All right, I see there's people here. Let me pull you up. All right, I see, one sec. Yep, I'm here early. I figured why not. I'm making lasagna, so it's gonna take me some time. Ernest is here, Rich is here, David is here, Jesse is here. I'm doing great. I'm very excited for Memorial Day weekend. Happy Friday. Hi, Boo. I see you as well. All right, I should just get started with this recipe. I think I've made it once before on my live streams, so I'm gonna get started with the lasagna. Might just be me, but I love military parades. No, I love them too. I'm a big fan. I find them super, super interesting. I went to a military parade years ago, and it was showing all the uniforms, all the cars, all the weapons and stuff of the US military, starting from the American Revolution all the way up through probably modern times. At the time it would have been like Iraq or whatever, and Afghanistan. But it was so cool to see like the evolution from colonial George Washington attire with like the hats and the bayonets, like the old school stuff, all the way to like Humvees, tanks, RPGs, all this stuff. So I actually love them, Ernest. Hi, Big Black Grandpa 65 Zongo. Hello, hello. All right, let me get started with this. The reason why I got on early is I want to get a head start on this lasagna because it'll take time to make, and it'll need time to cool off, and I would like to eat it on this live stream. Okay, 1 cup of lentils and 3 cups of water. So these are the lentils I'm starting with. Lovely, uncooked Wild Harvest brand lentils. Let's see, I'm gonna drain these first. I've had 10 different uniforms, nice. Doesn't surprise me. All right, so just a few little lentils left, maybe like 1/4 cup. Back to the Future is here. Hello. Rich with all the member emojis. Love to see it as always. I don't know how to read Arabic script, unfortunately, but hello, whoever you are. All right. So, gonna strain these lentils. Something I love about this lasagna recipe I'm using is it has tons of plant-based protein, and it's absolutely delicious. Sakul Boy is here, Monir is here, Mohammed Faisal is here. Welcome, welcome. Mehmet, I'm making lasagna. Tasty lasagna. All right, so Ernest says, I still miss the old BDU, but the current OCP uniform is nice. Looks like Korean. Paul Rivera, the mean company I work for is making me work Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. What? And you're in the United States? Are you kidding me? I mean, nowhere else would that happen, but I mean, I'm surprised it's happening to you. You must be on call or something, Paul. That sounds a lot like my dad's company when he's now retired. But, oh, I will never forget, we were opening Christmas presents, Christmas Day, and he was opening this gift that me and my sister were really excited about because we got like a funny gift for him. He opens it up, laughs about it, is like, oh, ha, 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 and then literally right at that moment, his work phone goes off, and he's just like, oh, I have to get this, guys. So he literally had to pick up the phone, put down his Christmas present, go downstairs to his home office, and I was like, that is depressing AF, dude. Christmas Day, opening Christmas presents, and he gets a call. Pretty crappy. Merca, yes, I decided to get a little flag out because I've never done this for Memorial Day. I haven't needed to, but you know, people will go to cemeteries and put little flags at the graves of service members that have passed away. I think I was also reading that Memorial Day used to be like Flag Day or something. What was Memorial Day originally called? Oh, Decoration Day. This holiday began as a springtime observance to decorate the graves of Civil War soldiers with flowers, wreaths, and flags. So I was like, that's like so cute. I want to do that. Decoration Day. Let's see. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Woohoo! Thank you, Miriam. Tiny Boss is here. Make the Last of Us. Logan Joyce. Let me grab a plate really quick for these lentils. Hi, Timothy Peters. Back to the Future says, Hannah, can you tell how many hours you will stream for each day you live stream? This one, realistically, I'm going to be on here for at least 3. So at least until 10 p.m. Central Time. But likely it could go a little bit later just because I anticipate this lasagna will take me a while to make. Woodson is here. Cherry earrings, yes, fighter guy. From the Middle East, very cool. I don't know how to read your name. Could you let us know how to say your name? Tony is here, Karsten is here. I don't listen to Kanye, so I don't know. Kaylin Crew, Herma Sen is here. Hi, Darius Mosley. Guten Abend, WWO. Hi, Saeed Shervani. Let's see. Do you have a brother who's a cop? No, I don't have a brother, period. 5 hours. Yahoo, says Tiny Boss. Mona's here. All right, cool. So let's get going with this. So I'm gonna cook these lentils. I have to get 3 cups of water. Antonio Salazar is here. Sammy is from Belgium. Hello. Hi, Levine Lovato. Lanetta, I am 31. I forget my age sometimes. Let's see, I don't have any brothers either. Yeah, I'm curious to know what it would have been like having a brother. I can imagine what it would have been like, but yeah, I only have my sister. Cubby Blue for life, hello. What are you doing for a living? So YouTube is my second job. I do earn income on YouTube, but my main job, my first job during the day is a data analyst. Blah blah is here. No kids, Lanetta. You like to go to Indonesia? Maybe one day, but not anytime soon. All right, so I'm gonna get these cooking soon. All right. So I think I'm just gonna do it in the big old soup pot, because why not? Ravi is here. I have a sister that's 18 and a nephew that's 5, says Kaylin. All right, so 1 cup. So what I'm gonna do is just get these lentils in here. Come on, stubborn lentils. And then add the water in there once it's done, like filtering. I've got it right here. And then I'm gonna start pulsing some cashews, which will be fun. I've never been to Turkey. Love it, USA, says Jamie Hubler. Yes, I do love living in the United States. And it's Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend. It's not, I mean, Monday is more Memorial Day. I'm trying to see because I know my screen shows me backwards. I want this to appear correctly for you guys. But yes, I was looking into the history of Memorial Day, and people would go and decorate the graves of Civil War veterans or Civil War soldiers who had passed, and I was like, that's cool. I didn't know that about, I felt like I needed to know more about Memorial Day because I'm 31. It's like, geez, I've had 3 decades to figure this out. And then I was like, oh, that's so cool. They used to put little flags at the graves and flowers and stuff. So I thought this would be like a fun little Memorial Day flag. And also, like, 4th of July isn't that far away either. Faith Hunter, hello. Hi, NC. Hi, Mark Dorfman. Russell Forbes, hello. Cashews. Hi, JL. Wear an Apron, says Russell. Lit Vids is from South Africa. Amazing. I cannot wait to go to South Africa one day. It looks super interesting. It's got to be the parade. Turkmenistan'dan, hello, says, oh boy, is it oh, I need to brush up on my Cyrillic. Something Noza. Something. All right, let me get this out of the way. And then move on to the cashews. I gotta grab the cashews. Fred, US Marines, doing well. Super excited that it's Memorial Day weekend. Should be fun. It's gonna be pretty chill. Most of what I'm doing this weekend will be on Monday. I'm gonna go play some cards, hang out with family. I'm gonna see a friend on Sunday. That'll be nice too. You have to come to Cape Town. I study here. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to lots of different places in South Africa. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes. It's gonna be so nice. Oh, the extra day. It will be so great. So let's see what I have to do next. I think I gotta make some like tofu ricotta. Yeah. Add the cashews to a food processor. Okay guys, time to pulse down the cashews. Here. What are you doing with your friends on Sunday? Boy, my friend and I think the plan, it's like pretty chill. Grab like coffee and a light bite and then just like walk around and catch up. Like just have tons to catch up on because it's been months. And then that's basically the main thing for Sunday. And then Monday, I'm gonna go over to my parents' house and just hang out, eat food. I know my mom is making some stuff. I'm gonna bring some of this lasagna I'm making tonight, right now, and then play some cards and go for a drive. I think my mom said she's gonna grill some stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be like a very nice, cozy, chill day. Okay, time to crumble up these cashews. I'll show you just a handful of these cashews I'm using. So it's the surprise, surprise, Good and Gather brand from Target, which I love. And for those of you who have never seen cashews, this is what that's what they look like. Guess I'm gonna eat that one. Play some Catan. I don't like Catan. No, I played it once, I hated it. Russell Forbes said something. NC says sounds fun. Thank you. Valent green tea. Not a fan of green tea. I promise I like most foods, but there's certain ones I just do not like. All right. So 1 cup of cashews. Gonna add them to my food processor. I'm just gonna put them away really quick. Oh. And let's see what people are saying. Awesome, Kaylin. All right, I think I missed a few comments. I wasn't paying attention. Margot, yes, I am Ethiopian. David Macron's favorite nut is the cashew. Don't know what that is. Litvids, cashews. Hi, Saeed. Nafis DJ is here. All right. Awesome, Kaylin. Renee is here. Hi, Renee DeBeer. Walnuts are my favorite nuts. I like walnuts too. What are you doing in 50-50? I don't know what that means. 50-50? Protein, yes. Protein and fat. That is what nuts are, basically. Okay, so I gotta get this plugged in. And then I'm gonna pulse these down until they're super crumbly. Just checking here. Add the cashews to the food processor, process until fine and crumbly. All right, come on. Sometimes this thing is a little, that was super loud, sorry. All right, looks crumbly. Jeez, I did not expect that to be so, I was like, ooh, ouch. But there's the crumbled cashews. They crumbled super fast. And then, I should probably get the lentils cooking though. I'm waiting for this water to filter. Russell Forbes says, Hannah, my ears, I know, I'm sorry. If it was bad for you through your phone, you know it was bad for me right here, standing right over the machine. Luckily, I'm not doing this super late at night. Otherwise, I'm sure people would have been like, what is going on next door? Thank you, Mr. 88 Lomax. Oh, is it Scalo? Is that you, Scalomax, or is that someone else? Whoever you are, Mr. 88 Lomax sent a floating heart for 10 joules. Thank you, thank you. Claudia is here. All right, let's get this water going in the lentil pot. So there's 2. Beant Sing. Let's see, Minnesota. Oh, Minnesota. So that's 2. I need 1 more. It's a little too much. How many teeth have you eaten? Alright, looks good. So, I'm just gonna let that cook for a bit in the background. I'm using Nora Cooks as my recipe. Lasagna, yes, that's indeed what I'm making. Give the live a like. Thank you, Kaylin. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. Bring to a boil, then simmer for about 20 minutes. I think I usually do 30, just so that they're fully cooked. Back to the pot and stir in the marinade. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. Duly noted. Gotta stir in this lovely marinara sauce once the lentils are totally cooked. So once the cashews are done, right here, add in the tofu chunks, nutritional yeast. See, this is where I get a little worried where I'm like, is it all gonna fit in here? All right, I'll gather what I need. Tofu, nutritional yeast, lemon juice, salt, basil, Oregano, okay, lots of stuff. So I've got garlic and salt here. I love your accent, Hannah. Thank you. I don't really know what it is right now. It's not heavy Minnesotan anymore. I lost I would say I don't really have a thick Minnesota accent. You guys should go to the rural parts of Minnesota. You will hear it if you tune into the local news, the weather channels, or just walk around and talk to the people. I don't know. Accent is cool, says Jamie. Does a cashew crush? It certainly does. I mean, I think you could say these got crushed. I play in the yard, go to the little league team. Let's see. Kaylin is a great name. Yeah, Kaylin is a great name. I agree with you, Rich. Thanks, Russell. Did someone say lasagna? Yes, I'm making lasagna tonight, Kevin. Parker, I had a very nice day. It was very relaxed. A lot of people were not at work today because people were taking a PTO day to make their holiday weekend even longer, which meant there were, I don't know if I got I got a couple emails today, but I didn't get a single phone call. Nothing was super urgent. So it was it's tended to be pretty quiet in the lead up to Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend, or what's another one? Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, it was a very nice day. Parker, how about you? And happy Friday. Hi, Claudia. Romans 14 died. I don't know what that is. Yes, indeed, Kevin. No garlic bread. No, I actually stay away from bread. I don't really eat bread at all. Kaylin says thank you to Rich. Yes, cashew butter is incredible. I feel like cashews are very, very good if you are dairy intolerant, you don't eat it, or you're vegan, whatever, because you can make a lot of really nice creamy dishes. I've made cashew cream mac and cheese before, totally vegan, dairy free. You can have coconut milk ice cream, coconut butter, you guys. It's really, really good for creamy and butter substitutes. My day went well, thank you, says Parker. Glad to hear it. Okay, so what else do I need? I need oregano, basil, nutritional yeast. All right. So here's the nutritional yeast. Sorry for abandoning you guys. I'll be back. 1 second. Okay, I've got some dried basil, California sweet basil. I think that'll be fine. Oregano, I need some lemon juice, which I got right here. I think I need to unscrew it though, or unseal it. I do love cooking, Saeed. Just a Jude is here, hello. Yes, I just like making food. And for me, it doesn't have to be fancy food. I don't know, I think it's cool when restaurants have Michelin stars and they're super glamorous and they're super innovative and experimental, but for me, that is not the purpose of food at all. For me, the purpose of food is sustenance, health. I also want it to be pretty time efficient because I don't want to spend forever making food. Yeah, I think there's just different approaches people have to food. Okay, basil, oregano. I'm gonna see if I have any oregano. So 1 sec. I don't know if I do. Oh, I do. Yes, I do, guys. Amazing. And actually, I'm gonna swap out. I don't know about sweet basil. I honestly don't know the difference. So this is sweet basil. I'm just gonna go with some regular basil, And then here's what oregano looks like. You guys have probably tasted this on your pizzas or other Italian dishes. It basically just, it reminds me of eating Italian food. I feel like that's everything. The tofu, one last thing. All right, I know I missed some comments. Sorry, guys. Is this the leaky one? No. Jamie says, why are they closing so many Targets? I love that place. I don't know. It makes me sad because I like Target. And Target is a Minnesota company. It's headquartered here in Minneapolis. So I root for Target. I buy a ton of stuff at Target. Hopefully it'll be okay. All right, tattoo. I have made pesto sauce, yes. Nice, for your pizza. Hello, Tibu. Don't know what language that is. Okay, so what I'm thinking, let's see what this recipe says. I'm just worried I might not have enough room for everything in here in this little chamber, we'll see. Pasta sauce. Ahmad Taher is here, Woodson is here, having roast and gravy. Sounds very hearty, just a dude. All right, so for the extra firm tofu, what does she say? Patted dry. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna take this tofu, it's firm tofu, min tofu, that's the shape of Minnesota, and I'll drain it out of the water in the package, and then I will add it in chunks to this chamber. Oh, that was for the lentils, guys. I'm gonna pause and just give my lentils a stir. Remember, those are cooking in the background. Anon Mouse is here. Not sure about you, but I can't wait to grill out Monday. Yes, I love the feeling of Memorial Day. It's the unofficial start to summer. It's just like everyone's excited, everyone's in a good mood. Also, like today was beautiful. I haven't checked the forecast all the way until Monday, but tomorrow and Sunday are looking good as well, weather-wise. Oh, it's just, I've been feeling this like excitement for summer, and now that it's Memorial Day, it feels like we're pretty much there. We're pretty much in the summer season. See you, Russell. Thanks for stopping by. Tofu ricotta, that's exactly what I'm making, Parker. Hello from, oh my goodness. I get so many of those flags mixed up. Is it Jordan or Kuwait? I feel like it might be Kuwait. Fun part is I get to sleep late. I have no work on Monday. Yes, Kaylin. It's me too. Me too. I'm right there with you. Yeah, it is just getting one more day of your weekend is the best thing. The smells and the nostalgia, says Jamie. Indianapolis 500. Oh, cool. I did not know that was on Sunday. Also, you guys, I'm so excited because the Premier League ends this weekend also on Sunday. You reminded me, Rich. I was like, oh, guess what else is on Sunday? So not only the Indy 500, which I don't watch race car driving, but I don't know. I would never say no if someone had tickets and was like, do you want to come to a NASCAR thing with me or a Formula One thing? I'd be like, sure. But I just don't watch it. I don't make an effort, like an intentional effort to seek out races. But I will be watching you guys, this is so, I love the end of the Premier League season because all the teams, at least in every year that I've watched the Premier League, every team plays, so all 20 teams play on the very last day at the same exact time. So there are 10 games on Sunday starting at 10 a.m. my time, and it's just fun to think at this moment, like when you're watching one of the games, you know that what would it be 18 other teams are playing, it's very exciting. Cassidy, oh my gosh, I know you've been so excited about Memorial Day. How are you? Got off work and a little early. Nice. So happy. It's a 3-day weekend. Me too, Cassidy. I am so pumped. Okay, you're Kuwait. I was initially thinking Kuwait, but I went with Jordan first, Ahmad. Too Much to Handle is here. We've got Haley Chun. Welcome back, Haley. What I mean by smells is Monday. When you're out, you will notice more smells of the grill in the air. LOL, it's a cozy feeling. Yes, I completely agree with that. I would say the smell of grills with like a steak on it or hot dogs or some kind of cut of meat, that really triggers like really nice, especially childhood memories for me. And also I love the smell of bonfire smoke. Like you can tell someone's been burning freshly cut wood and has put it in an outdoor like fireplace. That smell, especially in the summertime, I think about camping, I think about just being out with friends, making s'mores, there's so many good memories that I associate with like grilling and smoke and fire. Let's see, Bo, I'm making lasagna. I started early tonight on this live stream because I knew it was going to take me a while to get this done. So that is why I've got some lentils going on my stovetop. So I'm just going to give them a stir. All right, so those are going, timer. Okay, now let's get back to the cashews and the tofu. So I'm gonna be breaking this up into chunks, throwing it into this food processor. I might have to do it in batches because I don't think all of this is gonna fit in there, but we will see. Maybe what I'll do first is actually get the spices incorporated into the cashew crumbles. I'm thinking that would make sense. We've got someone from Japan I saw. 3 black eyes from Japan. My birthday's today. Happy birthday, Big Haas. Let's see. Gurjeet Singh is here. MLB does that too. All games are at 3 p.m. on the final day of the season. That is so cool. I did not know that, but there's something really exciting. It feels like a true finale because pretty much once the whistle blows on the game you're watching, you know that all the other games are more or less gonna be done at the same time. Sometimes, you know, things go over. Aries, Janelle is here, still rocking those Christmas earrings. Of course I am. Bo, is it Bo Tig? I'm gonna go with Tig. How's the weather in Minnesota? It is stunningly beautiful, Bo. I went out for 2 walks today. It is sunny, you know, mid to maybe upper 60s, no strong wind, just, oh, it's so nice, so comfortable, so pretty. Back to the Future, you're the best mod ever. Yes. Have a great weekend, take care. Bye, Jamie. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Double tap, everyone. Woohoo! My birthday's in a few weeks from now. Just a dude, remind me when your birthday is. I like to keep track. I haven't had s'mores in forever. Same. All right, I'm gonna take a quick, just a quick focus break here. Dang, I need a half cup of nutritional yeast. What? So, okay, half a cup of this stuff. Was not expecting that. Let's get the half cup. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna need to do this in batches. So I know what my strategy is gonna be. So nutritional yeast, it'll open. It was so fun seeing all the coworkers so excited. Woohoo! I know, even though I was working remotely today and most of the time I work remotely, even like I had meetings yesterday though. I was at the office yesterday and yeah, you could just feel like people were already just in vacation mode. Like they were thinking about their Memorial Day weekend plans. Some headed out early. So for those of you who haven't seen nutritional yeast, this is what it looks like. Fun stuff. And this is packed with protein, you guys. This is a really, really nice protein source. If you are plant-based or just not eating meat for whatever reason, nutritional yeast has got you covered. Ooh. All right, so that looks like just about enough. Let's see. Maybe a little more. Okay, there we go. So let's get this in here. Oh no. Oh, I can never be tidy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a, I'm gonna need to do this in batches. There's no way the tofu block is gonna fit in here. So you can see the yellow nutritional yeast on top of the cashew crumbles. And then I'm gonna add everything else. One sec. Computer is dying. Okay, so let's see how much else I need of everything else. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, I'll save that for a little bit. 1 teaspoon of salt. Lentils are looking good. Nice. Okay. So 1 teaspoon of this. Hannah Banana, you're early for work. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Kirby. Nice seeing you at your live stream earlier today. I decided I wanted to get on early because I'm making lasagna and yeah, takes me a while. NC sent a firework. I saw that cool firework explosion happen. That was fun. Thank you, NC. Chris188 is new here. Welcome, Chris. Bo says that's pretty close. Tigi, okay. Bo Tigi. Indra Potter is here. Welcome back, Indra. Thanks, Saeed. Spencer Montgomery is here. Hi, Sapai Vishnu. Good to see you. People was barely at work today. So true. I mean, I feel like the day before any paid holiday that you're getting or long weekend, like people check out days before. 1 teaspoon of dried basil. So here's my lovely dried basil. Smells lovely, lovely. Really nice to put on your pizzas. So move that away. Gonna give the lentils another stir. Caleb on YouTube. Hello, Woza. Hi, Summit. One sec. I think Kirby said something. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water to these lentils. Let's continue. 1 teaspoon of oregano, another great spice to put on your pizza. Kirby, I had a really nice day, very chill. Now I'm on vacation like you, but I wasn't on vacation today. I did have work. However, my manager was gone. My manager for my team was out today. Starting his Memorial Day weekend early. And I found, like, I've always found that whenever your manager is out for the day, like, yes, you have your own tasks you have to keep doing, but it's like you can expect for there to be fewer emails, fewer phone calls, fewer check-ins. Like, it's just the vibe is way more quiet on days where it's like the day before any holiday or any weekend. So it was very nice today, Kirby. It was very quiet, which I prefer at work because I just I personally don't like it when you're trying to get a task done and it's gonna require like a long period of focus and you are getting like phone call, Zoom pop-up, Slack chat, Microsoft Teams notification, emails, and you're like, I can't focus because you guys are pinging me half the time. Oh shoot, I missed a comment, or where is it? Dang it. I wanted to ask why you chose to go vegan, Bo Tiki. So I went vegan 13 years ago when I was 18 years old, and I went primarily vegan for health reasons, just focusing on only plants for the rest of my life, and two, personally just don't want to support the animal product industry. Charm City, hello. Caleb on YouTube. Cassie says the weather is absolutely perfect here. Yes, Cassidy. It is so, like today, just like seeing the sun, seeing the birds, like it was quintessential like spring into summer. Oh, like this is the part of spring everyone is waiting for here in Minnesota because so much of our year is cold or gloomy or rainy, and today was just picture perfect. I was so happy. All right, so we have, I like the animations, me too, and see, actually I hadn't seen that before. Hi Sham, thanks Saeed, cool guy. Checking in early, says yabba dabba do. Not work if you enjoy what you're doing, yes. Dylan Thomas O'Boyle is here, hello. Gotta multitask, yes. Have you ever cooked on a wood-burning stove? I don't think I have, just a dude. Eli Campbell, welcome back. I feel like I haven't seen you in a very long time. Raiders X is here, good to see you. Yes, I did go vegan at 18. I was just like, I'm convinced. I'm gonna try it. If I hate it, whatever, I'm 18. I can go back to eating whatever I want. But yeah, I was very interested and I was very like convinced that it was worth a try, and I really liked it, so I decided to stick with it. I need 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. All right, ooh, I don't know how to say your username I think is hi, and your picture is Che Guevara. Hello, Che Guevara. Eli Campbell, I am making vegan lasagna. Gonna check my lentils. Just hanging out over here. Actually gonna add a little more of this water. Random fun fact of the day. So I was on Instagram actually. I don't follow that many people, but I pulled open the app and I follow Martha Stewart because she is one of my all-time favorite humans. She is incredible. I believe she turns 84 this year and is showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever. And on like the first thing I saw when I was scrolling through my feed was Martha and her team celebrating her 101st published book. I was like, dude, she gets to say she's published over 100 books. Crazy. I also think she won an Emmy too with Snoop for their cooking show. Yes, Back to the Future. I've been your mod since November 2024. That blows my mind. It's been that long. I love it, Back to the Future. And you're a member for 1 month. I love that you guys get those member milestone chats. Cassidy says, what are your plans for the weekend? Sleeping in is my agenda. Yes, oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so this weekend I would say I like to preserve my Saturdays whenever possible. So I don't have much on my to-do list other than like YouTube stuff. I want to film something, but it's pretty chill. Like, didn't make any plans for tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday, I'm catching up with a friend who's in law school. Gosh, the last time we got together was like January. I remember we were talking about like the election results here in the United States, which I feel like tells you how long ago that was. It was definitely this year though, I'm pretty sure. So catching up with a friend on Sunday, we're gonna get coffee, maybe some kind of a light bite, and then just walk around. And then on Monday, not Sunday, but Monday, Memorial Day Monday, I'm gonna bring this lasagna I'm making right now over to my parents' house, hang out with them. My mom is doing some cooking and grilling, and we're just gonna eat, maybe go for a drive, and then play some cards. So should be fun. Who was in Paris, says Jazzy Chaz. I was 10 years ago, but I don't know if that's what you're asking. The reason why is interesting because I also went total vegetarian and was converted at 18 years old too. I know the experience, says Kevin. Cherry earrings still look cute as ever, says Parker. Thank you. Hi, El Tigre. I'm at a hotel. Okay, Eli. Wow, that's a lot of books. I know, Martha is, like, in a good way. I'm like, Martha's a monster, you guys. Dude, she is, like, just running circles around people who are half her age or less. She is, like, such an inspiration. She is what I want to be like in my 80s. You look at her, and honestly, I don't think most people would think she's in her 80s. What's up, Back to the Future? I think certain diets work for certain people. Like for medication, some patients have adverse effects while others don't. Yeah, that's why I never, ever am like, everyone should be vegan. You should eat, like, no. I don't think eating vegan is for everyone. I also think that based on where you live, eating vegan does not make sense because a lot of people don't live where they can get good fruits and veggies. And that it's a lot of like meat, animal products, or their climate just lends itself to more hunting foods, less agriculture foods. So no, I am not, actually I would not want everyone to be vegan. And I don't think it makes sense. Definitely respect your choice. Not vegan myself, and I live out on the farm here in North Dakota. Love it. I'm a bit of a foodie and travel a lot for work, so I'm always trying vegetarian and vegan restaurants. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm trying to think of like the only other vegans in my life. So I'm talking about all of my friends, family, loved ones, colleagues. The only other vegans in my life are my sister. My dad is vegan twice a week for religious, like, fasting reasons. And I think that's everybody. And I don't care, honestly. Like, I'll go out to eat with friends or whoever, and it's like, sometimes they'll ask, they're like, oh, do you mind if I get like the pork chops or the chicken, like the buttered chicken? And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I'm not a hater. There are no new member badges now until the 6-month mark. Okay, that's interesting. If your eyes touched this line, that's enough for me tonight, says Fun Ventura. I see you, Fun Ventura. I'm glad you're here. I feel like there's no way this is gonna take as short a time as I think it will, but obviously it's because I want to chat with all of you. Bo Tigi says, you're very Midwestern, never change. I am so passionate about Minnesota and the Midwest. I love it here. I spent 6 years living out east. I lived in Connecticut for 4 years. I lived in Washington, D.C. for 1 year. And I lived in Munich, Germany for 1 year. I also spent a summer in Morocco, summer in Azerbaijan. And I was just like, at the end of those 6 years, I was just so over everywhere else. I was like, no, I just want to be in Minnesota again. I'm cool with like these other places. So I don't mind traveling, but for me, like, I love being here so much. I love it so much that I really don't feel the need to travel that often. Like one-off trips here and there. Like I was just out in Annapolis, Maryland for a friend's wedding. Was never gonna miss that. So of course I like to travel for different things, but I'm like, I don't really wanna leave. I love it so much here. It's so nice. Yes, I am vegan. Arcadia, I hear my lentils cooking. I'm gonna check them. BRB, guys. Multitasking. Multitasking is a thing. Shoot, I needed to add something else. What was it? Garlic powder. So I did oregano, basil, salt. I think I just need lemon juice and the tofu. So what I'm gonna do is put 3 tablespoons of lemon juice in here into this lovely food processor chamber where I've combined all of the tofu ricotta ingredients except for the actual tofu. Let me grab a tablespoon, wherever it is. All right, chat, what are you saying? 3 tablespoons, okay. Thanks Back to the Future for modding. Nobody is here. Meatin, I saw that. I liked that, Arcadia. Kirby with the tofu. Hello from Denmark. Erden Metin is from Denmark. Very cool. What part of Denmark are you from? It's also a bank holiday weekend in the UK. Wait, didn't you guys just have Victoria Day last weekend, or is that just Canada? Because I know Rich, Green Day in here, in this chat, is Canadian, and last weekend was a 3-day weekend. So, like, you guys would have the same Victoria Day, right? I will say this. I love the United States. I would never, ever want to be from any other country. However, I wish we had, like, even just slightly more vacations. Having lived in Europe, it shocked me how many vacations I got. It felt like every other day, like every other week. It's like, oh yeah, we have a 4-day week again because of this holiday and because of this event. And I'm just like, oh my God. You guys have so many, it almost felt, because I feel like in the US it's just like you get so few PTO days, you work all the time. And over there, I just remember I worked in a school, 2 schools, as an English teacher, and I was like, it almost feels like we're not working enough because we're getting so many vacation days. It just shocked me how many days off they got. Jay is here. Soham is asking how many languages I speak. English is my native language. I speak German. I majored in German. Some Spanish, it's like, not great. That's really it. So you gotta show us around the Minnesota area so we get to see what we're all missing out on. Yes, and see, this is in my like grand plans for my channel. I promise you guys, I've just been so busy, and I feel like actually this week I was starting to feel like pretty burned out because I've been trying to do so much stuff, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to burn myself out on YouTube stuff or writing, so I was like, okay. But my vision long-term for my YouTube channel is to do tons of Minnesota content to show people like all the amazing stuff you can do here. Oh, I did this annoyingly. But yes, I will do that type of content eventually. Don't forget to hit the like. Rooted is here. Back to the Future, win, quick on the trolls. I love it. Yeah, I didn't even see that person. Let's see. All right, Kevin says, never lived in California or Washington State. I've been there a bunch though. I've been to California several times. I do not like California. And I have been to the South, and the South is fine, but Midwest is best. So here's what I'm thinking. I am gonna do like like one half batch and then the other half batch. America is always booming, says odds of life. Day job is data analyst, Bo Tigi. How do you stay so upbeat and positive? Love your attitude. I just told myself you can always choose to have a good attitude, even if you feel crappy. Like if you're tired, if you're annoyed, sad, whatever, like you can still choose to have a good attitude. Some of us in the US only get 6 weeks of vacation and 2 weeks of sick days. Oh, I don't even get 6 weeks of vacation. I get, this is so insane. I think I get like 2.5 weeks, like when I think about the number of PTO days I get. I think it's like 12 or 13. Yeah, it's like nothing. I don't get, I mean, the thing is I get certain holidays off that other people don't, but it's just, yeah, not, I wish it was a little bit more. All right, lentils are looking cooked and nice. The thing is though, I truly love my job so much, so I'm willing, I would say like, there's nothing I can critique it for except for the fact that there's like slightly less PTO days than I wish I had, but I don't know. I'm like, I can't complain because it is my dream 9-to-5 job. All right, so I'm gonna scoop half of this out. Because there is no way that all the tofu is gonna fit in here with all of this. That timer was for the lentils. I turned the heat down just a little bit. Hi SA. Some of us, okay, saw that. I get all state holidays off, so it feels like I'm barely at work, says Kaylin. Dang, lucky duck. I remember when I worked in Washington, D.C., and obviously there's so many federal workers there, and I was not working in the public sector. I was working for a private company, for a private firm, and we didn't get any of the federal holidays or, you know, government holidays off. And the days when it was those government holidays, I would be commuting into D.C., on the metro train, and no one was there, and I'm just like, oh, this is so sad. If only I had some of these government holidays off, but sadly I didn't. How did the cupcakes come out the other day? They were super good, Jay. I've eaten them all. They're long gone. Wish I could borrow your Monday off. I have to lay sod most of the day. Big event on June 2nd. Ooh, sounds exhausting, but also exciting, Rich. And I know you work your butt off. Oh, Papa Smurf, I'm working right now. I'm so burnt. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I've been fantasizing about living in a monastery for 3 months. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. The feeling of just like you're so burnt and it's like your eyes hurt, your brain hurts, your face, it's like you can feel it in the muscles around your eyes, like your jaw is tense, like the feeling of burnout just sucks. So I'm sorry to hear that, Papa Smurf. Also, a monastery sounds very zen. I feel like it would sound very appealing when you are going through burnout. All right, guys, just giving these lentils another stir. Cool. All right, these are looking good. So lentils are done cooking. I'm gonna grab those at a later, actually, you know what? So much going on. I have to add the 2 jars of marinara sauce into that pot with the lentils, and I'd love to do that right here. So, oh, someone's dog is barking. Jimmy Brownette is here. As a non-native speaker, what are the most effective strategies I can follow to achieve fluency in the English language like you? I love this question as someone who is passionate about English and also English learning. Soham, I would recommend two things. Go on social media just like you are now and just watch native English speakers speaking in English and read the chat. So just be on social media and follow a bunch of English speaking content creators. And number two, I would say, is whenever you are watching a movie, Netflix, the news, anything on a screen that you're watching, put the subtitles on it while you're listening so that you're both listening and reading the words at the same time. Because I will say this, English is very inconsistent and very difficult with spelling. Like it's not, some things have an E at the end, other things don't. Some word, like the word puff has FF at the end, but then the word enough has GH at the end. So you would think you'd spell enough with two Fs, but it actually has GH. It's a freaking nightmare. I almost just swore there, but like my dad, his English is his third language. And like, it's just like the process of learning it is so, I think it would be very frustrating not being a native English speaker. So you're in the right place, stay on social media, and just turn on your subtitles and read what it's saying, and that will help you. US Open qualifying golf is at our club. No way, Rich. That is so amazing. What an exciting thing to get prepped for. What else is here? Talking about burnout. I was planting peas and cantaloupes today in the heat and my eyes, were bloodshot red. Oh no. Kirby, that happens to me. Like, it's like very... It's just not fun to look at yourself in the mirror and see that. Like, I know I've been out in the sun way too much, or I should have had sunglasses on my eyes when I get home and I can actually see that there's just like pink and like bloodshot red around my eyes. It's just like, dang, I like roasted my eyes. Kirby says that never, so you'd never had bloodshot red in your eyes before from being in the sun. Dang, that's intense, Kirby. All right, so I'm gonna mix together the marinara sauce with the lentils. Just trying to double check all the stuff I'm doing here because I have messed stuff up. Ria loves cinnamon roll said hi. Hi Optin. Hi Tasso Ruja. Hello Inderpal. Subtitles I'm a native English speaker and I turn on subtitles for all of my shows and all the movies I watch at home because sometimes I just will miss, like the conversation is too fast. There's like ambient noise like traffic or rain and I can't make out what they're saying. Or the accent is very hard. I've listened to a few, like, I would say like Scottish accents can be tricky. Sometimes Irish ones can be tricky. I don't know about other, maybe like really Southern American English, but I generally just love subtitles because I feel like listening, I always will miss something. Okay, 25-ounce jars. So what I'm gonna do is add these jars of lovely marinara sauce into the big soup pot with the lentils, which I'm gonna grab right now. Right here, lovely cooked lentils. This is what they look like. So, gonna double check that this is in fact correct. Add the drain the lentils in a fine strainer. I don't think I did that last time. But maybe I should do that since that's what it says. Okay. So, this will be my strainer. I believe this is fine enough for these lentils. Also, I'm worried I'm gonna get food all over my little American flag, so I'm gonna move it up here. L. Jones, good to see you. You're a subtitle person, says Kirby. Yes, I need my subtitles. I need to know what they're saying. It drives me nuts in a way. I'm fine without it, obviously. I don't need like I don't need them to understand the movie, but I actually really enjoy having them. Ooh, drain the lentils, all right. Very lentil-y. Hannah Brooks is here. Hi, Hannah. Fellow Hannah. How are you? All right, so I'm rinsing these lentils. Yeah, she is always reading between the lines, says Kevin. How are you doing tonight, Hannah? I'm doing well. Very excited that it's Memorial Day weekend. Very excited for, it's like a good mix of relaxation time, downtime, just, you know, taking it easy, and seeing friends and family. Because if it's just one or the other, it can feel like if it's just all downtime, sometimes I can get to Sunday and be like, dang, I didn't really get anything done this weekend. I wish I would have maybe done more. And then if it's all social stuff, I'm getting to the end of my weekend on Sunday, and then I'm so not burned out, but I'm so tired that I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually exhausted, and now I have to go to work tomorrow on Monday. So, rinsed off the lentils, just like Nora said in her recipe. So, there you go. They don't look that much different. Let's see, what are you doing, says Hannah? I'm making lasagna, and I'm gonna be adding, let's just move this. Trying to keep it clean. I'm gonna be adding a couple jars of marinara sauce. So in goes one. I love marinara sauce so much. And then what I like to do, since there still is like a decent amount in here that I could get out, I'll just take wherever my water is. I'll take my water pitcher and just dribble a tiny bit. Don't want a ton of extra liquid, but see if I can just kind of snag, you know, whatever residue there is in the jar. Does this help your eyes curve? That is good. That is really funny. Okay, I feel like I missed a few up here. Birthday's July 24th, you're 21, says Leandia Jones. Sorry, I feel like I butcher your name whenever I read it. Favorite horror movie? Stone Papa Smurf. That's a tricky one, but the first one that comes to mind is The Witch, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, directed by, I believe it's Dave Eggers, the same director of The Northman, and Nosferatu. And maybe Wolfman too. He's known for his like dark, serious, like visually like dark movies. So yeah, The Witch is so spooky, so well acted. Tons of actors I knew from Game of Thrones, and I'd known of Anya Taylor-Joy, I think from something else before I watched that. She's obviously phenomenal. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely check out The Witch. I was like, whoo, this is some spooky stuff. Very, very creepy. Soham says, so to put it simply, should I immerse myself in English by consuming all content exclusively in the language? I would say yeah, as much as you can. Have English. It's almost like you can't replicate living in a country where English is all around you, but you can still try to surround yourself and immerse yourself in English. So I would say like just try to, even your phone, like you can change your phone notifications to be in English instead of whatever language you had before. So if you can just keep hearing things over and over that are in English, like if your phone, I don't know, like has a dictation where it's like, it's 3 p.m., time to go to the grocery store, except it said it in Italian every single time you had a notification pop up, you would probably get good, or you'd start to internalize certain words and phrases. Let's see, what card game, Bo, Tiki, we are going to be playing a card game called Hand and Foot. English is my third language. I only get to speak it during office meetings. Gotcha, so where do you get all your energy from? I really prioritize sleep. So that's like, oh, if I don't get enough sleep, I am really struggling. So sleep is the source of my energy. Kirby says I'm blind. Oh no, CR7 blinded you with his beauty. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And then once I'm done getting this marinara sauce together in this soup pot, I'm gonna get back to this tofu ricotta. We've got, is it Islam from Egypt? Where in Egypt are you from? That's super cool. I've never been to Egypt, but I would love to go. Soham says, is just listening to English or receiving input enough to become fluent, or is active practice 100%? You can be past it, like listening is great, but until you're actually, like, speaking from experience, I studied German for several years, but the first time I actually went to Germany and was trying to speak, it was so crappy that the Germans would just switch to English, because it's like I just wasn't being tested enough, or I wasn't practiced enough, where it just was like not good. So you have to practice actively. You can't just study. Trench Works says odds of life. Your fave Mexican is here. Hello, hello, welcome. So I am making lasagna, and what I'm doing right now, what I'm stirring, is some of the red sauce, like the marinara sauce. It's got some lentils in it, and this is one of the things I'll be layering into the lasagna. So this is marinara sauce with green, actually I think it's brown lentils. So I'm gonna cover this and put it on my stove top. So this part is done, and then I think the only other thing I've really got to do is the tofu ricotta cheese, and then should have an apron on. I also bought some mushrooms that I want to put into the lasagna. So this is gonna go hang out on my stove top. And now we gotta work on this tofu ricotta cheese. Your fave Mexican said hi. She's one of my favorite actresses, says Kirby. Yeah, she is so good. She has like such a good look too. It's just like, she looks like a movie star. Wisconsin Rapids, hello. We have people who've been in Wisconsin 8 years. They love speaking Spanish, only Spanish in our church. It doesn't bother me, and I tried speaking the language. Cool. Also love Wisconsin, David. I'm in Minnesota, so I'm next door to you. Craftico finally caught alive. It's 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Good to see you again, Craftico. Hope you're doing well. I'm making lasagna for Memorial Day weekend. So now what I'm gonna do is just tidy up a little bit. I'm really hoping I can have this lasagna done and like cooled off and able to eat it in like the next hour and a half, because it does have to cook for a very long time. Okay, so let's get this tofu ricotta done. Can't wait. Actually, I need to pat this dry. I forgot. That was one of the steps. So we're just gonna pat this dry. Oh my gosh, we are way past 1 hour. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't close the poll. Thanks for the reminder, Rich. I will close it momentarily. If you haven't voted, vote in the poll now, because I'm about to close it for everybody. Siv is here. Brian Middleton says, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. So excited it's Memorial Day weekend. Mobark says a lot of coffee. AD is waving. Hello, AD. Good to see you. All right, so time to close the poll. Oh my gosh, this was a classic case of the people picking the first option. You guys, look at that. 51% said grill out, and it was listed first. So let's read them. Kirby thinks it was military parade. Yabba says, I find when speaking a foreign language, people are very forgiving and understand that you're learning. Yes. However, unfortunately, if you do try to learn German, then you go to Germany and they sense that you're struggling, or they hear you making mistakes, they will switch to English, and you're like, no, you guys, I'm trying to practice with you. It was very frustrating my first time in Germany. Okay, Back to the Future, guest playing cards. So, guess which Memorial Day activity I'm most excited for, guys? Grill out, definitely not that one because I listed it first, but that we are doing that. Let's see. So we are grilling out on Monday. 19% guessed military parade. I do love military parades, but that's not the thing I'm most excited for. Actually, I don't know where there is one this year. I'd have to look around. I'm not planning on going to one this time. 15% guessed picnic. Not going on a picnic, actually. So that leaves 13% playing cards. Yes, and I was telling you guys this too. I realized I had said I was playing cards on Monday, and I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of a dead giveaway for the poll, but only 13% of people guessed that. So it is playing cards. No, I don't do tofu from scratch. That would take way too long. So, one day maybe. Cards. Hi, Travis T. and Jiroge David. Hello. Which version of poker do you play? I mean, it's been over 10, 15 years since I last played, but my family would play Texas Hold'em just for fun, like game night every now and then. But yeah, poker, I don't know. It's fine. There's nothing special about it for me. So I never play. I'm not much of a game player. I just prefer to spend my time as an adult doing other things than playing games. All right, so I'm just slicing off pieces of this tofu. Hopefully it will break down nicely in this. I hope it does. If it doesn't, I'll be sad. All right, let's see what happens, guys. If anything, I can just add a little bit of water to this. Is that cheese? No, it's tofu, but it could be cheese, I guess. It's like it's a curd, it's a bean curd, so it is similar to cheese curds. Okay, let's see what happens. Come on. That is struggling. I feel like I need more moisture in here. Process, add the tofu. Pulse until well combined and pretty smooth. If it's too, yeah, okay. It says add a few tablespoons of water if it's too thick. This is definitely way too thick. It's still like a crumble. So, where did I put my tablespoon? Lost track of it. Oh, here it is. Playing cards is a staple in your family. Yes, we play tons of cards. We just love it. Yeah, there's something so, I would say actually, card games are the only kind of game I really like playing as an adult. There's something so satisfying about card games to me. All right, I'm gonna pause and see what people are saying. And see, I think you said something. What type of card games? Okay, I think I did answer that. You were talking about military and history, and you did the military base tour. Yes, I knew it. I remember a video you made a while ago. Your family were playing cards together. Yes, Cosborn, I am making lasagna. I think you were asking me before if I was gonna make my world famous vegan pizza. This is not that, but it's got like similar components to a pizza. All right. Just gonna get some chunks off this lid. Yummy chunks. It's inevitable with tofu. It's chunky. And then I'm also gonna scrape down the sides here, because sometimes you can get little pockets of whatever. Oh yeah, this definitely needs a good scrape down. Things just get stuck to the sides and stuck to the bottom. Have you ever played the board game called Sequence? Yes, I played tons of Sequence growing up. I would play that at my grandparents' house, actually. I loved Sequence. That game is addicting. I haven't played it though in probably 20 years. All right, there is some stuff at the bottom. Really, the like cashew pulsed thing, like that part got really stuck at the bottom, so making sure it's not just getting left behind. Okay. I got most of it. But yes, I do love Sequence. That is one of my favorite games, even though I haven't played it for 20 years AD. Yes. Okay, Yabba says, yes, Hannah, when working in Germany, I had exactly the same problem. People automatically switched to English language. It was so I was like, you guys, I get it. You're trying to be courteous, but also it's making me feel crappy about all this time I've spent studying German, trying to talk to you and get some practice. I could use more practice, obviously, because my German isn't that good. And then they would switch to English, and I'm like, no. This is so annoying. Okay. Looks like you don't have OCD like me. I love how you're cutting the tofu without making perfect cubes. Yeah. I think there's a time and a place to be extremely precise with food, or else you are just gonna get some nasty burned or misshapen. Like, just watch any cooking show and you'll see what happens if you aren't precise with certain things. But with tofu, especially because it's just getting basically pureed in this chamber, there is 0 point to making it cut like perfectly. That's looking really nice. Looks like I got almost everything off the bottom. And if not, no worries. It's all gonna get baked in the oven, so yeah. If there's some chunkiness, that's fine. But I do want it to be pretty smooth because it's supposed to resemble a ricotta cheese. I think I'm gonna add maybe like a half tablespoon more. Alejandro, I am not left-handed. You're seeing a mirror reflection of me right now. I wish I were left-handed because I think it's very cool. And only 10% of the population is left-handed. So curious. how it's so like relatively uncommon. Ooh, there goes my shirt. Ugh, oh well. Whatever happened to your sister's live stream? She get too busy to stream? I know she's super busy, but also it's just like, I don't know. I don't keep track on her life and she doesn't keep track on mine. Hello everyone, paranormal investigators from the UK here. That's amazing. Love it. El Rulo from Odessa, Texas. Good to see you. All right, looks like a bunch of spamming. And AD says, I have the opposite with Korean. Once they start in Korean, they keep going and forgotten some of it, so I get stuck. Oh, cool, wow. You can still read and write it. Woo, looking good. Let's see how long I'm supposed to pulse this for. Pulse until well combined and pretty smooth. If it's too thick, okay. So this is looking good. And what I want to do is just, oh, I'm so sad I got it on my shirt. Someone said, I forget who it was, someone said, Hannah, put on an apron. But, I mean, this should just come out, whatever. It's a simple black tea. So what I'm gonna do is take this lovely ricotta, tofu ricotta. Look how lovely it is, look how smooth. And I'm gonna scoop it into, oh, this poor flag, man. Put it into this bowl. Before I do that though, actually, maybe what I should do is just put this chunk of cashew stuff in with the tofu, whatever. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is scoop this out into a bowl that's behind the flag. And get the second batch in here. I'm thinking back to a batch of this lasagna that my mom made. She actually sent me this recipe to try, and she had made the tofu ricotta mixture with fresh basil instead of the dried basil, so it actually turned like green, but it tasted really good. Ah, dang it, my computer battery. Sorry, I keep having to swap it. I keep having to swap my plugins, which is kind of annoying. All right, there's this thing called an apron that will protect your clothing. I know. I didn't really feel like putting one on tonight though. Hi Nia, bad miss. She does have a few aprons, but nothing wrong with a splatter here and there happens. That's why I wear black, actually. The main reason is because I spill a lot, and you know, black doesn't show stains as much as other colors. So let's just get all this chunk of cashew pulse, whatever you want to call it. It's basically like a cashew butter broken down and in here. And then we're gonna do the chunks of tofu. Theodore Maines, hello. Thank you for blending. That reminds me I need to buy one LOL of almond butter. Yeah, not necessarily together, LOL. Okay, so now let's get the tofu cut into chunks and put in here. Just gonna hack off slices of it. Just whatever I can fit in here. I'm always curious about American food. This is not American food. This is Italian food. I'm making it vegan though, so I'm making lasagna tonight. And we can't claim lasagna as our own. All right, time for take 2. Oh, I can't wait to eat this, guys. This lasagna, even though there's still some time yet. Okay, so I'm gonna get this back on here. And actually, I should have kept it on the chamber once it was empty. Getting it back on is such a pain with the blade. Shoot. There we go. All right, let's see. Come on. Sometimes it just does not want to go. I must be missing something. Shoot. Stay healthy, great kitchen. Thank you, Theodore. Just struggling with this. All right, take 2. Take 2. Those are spaghetti. I don't know what you're talking about. Spaghetti. There is no spaghetti here. All right, 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. See how that works. Well, now I'm getting super hungry. I have vegan cream cheese and wondering if I can melt it down with some sauteed garlic for a sauce. Sounds awful, I know, but it could work for pasta. I mean, I like experimenting in the kitchen. If it's bad, you'll know. Sounds good, Fun Ventura. I didn't realize you were still here. Thanks for hanging out as long as you have on the live. Hope you have a great evening. Thank you, Rich. I just got a notification of your super thanks on my phone screen. Thank you, Sea Figs. I'm glad you love the channel. It means a lot. I really, really love YouTube, and I want others to enjoy the content that I make. All right, you guys, it's looking pretty solid. Yabba Dabba Doo says, well, today's Saturday. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm taking my favorite Icelandic goats sea profile photo. Ooh, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Kaylin. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, Fun Ventura, you're writing a book too. Is it fiction, nonfiction? What's your book about? Hi, Jolly Aji, I think. All right, let me get this plug swapped out because my poor computer battery keeps blinking at me. Okay, so We've got Free from Life. Hello, Free from Life. American flag is out because it's Memorial Day weekend, and originally Memorial Day was to remember the Civil War vets or Civil War soldiers who died. But it has to do, Memorial Day generally has to do with the US military. All right, let's get the rest of this beautiful second batch of the tofu vegan ricotta out of this food processor. I'm really glad I did it in 2 batches. There's no way that would have worked, trying to cram everything into this relatively small food processor. Andreas is here. Hello, Andreas. How are you? And wait, hold on. Your daughter is married now, right? Or is it on? No, I think it's, you said it's tomorrow. Ist morgen die Hochzeit für die Tochter, Andreas. I know it's coming. I think you said something was going on Wednesday, and then something is Saturday, am Samstag. It's Donate a Horse Month? Hi, the Unbothered Sun. Good to see you. How have you been? I'm just making some vegan ricotta cheese. It's got nutritional yeast and tofu, basil, garlic, lemon juice, forgetting some stuff, oregano, a lot of nice Italian herbs. It's funny actually, because I was watching just last night, I was scrolling through Disney Plus and I was looking for, I was like, what am I in the mood to watch? I don't really want to watch this kind of stuff or whatever. And scrolling through Disney Plus, I found this amazing TV series called Tucci in Italy. And it's Stanley Tucci going through different parts of Italy, trying food, going to restaurants, going to different regions with different types of food. It really reminded me of Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown, that kind of vibe, where it's like eating food but also chatting with the locals, discussing history and traditions. So I was watching a lot of really cool Italian, like straight up Italian food, like stomach and sausage and, oh my gosh, just like all the meats, smoked steaks, crazy stuff. I mean, it looked very luxurious. And now here is my vegan Italian feast. Oh, trying to get as much of this as I can. All right, looks good enough to me. Let's see. Love Stanley Tucci, touring Italy and eating, watched every episode. Oh, you watched that, nice. I did not realize he could speak like fluent Italian. He sounded great. I saw that on my homepage, says the Unbothered Sun. Okay, I think I missed a few things. Do you know how to make hush puppies? I've never made them in my life, but I have eaten hush puppies before. Ja, ich kann Deutsch, Mark Harau. Tom Cruise is here. Sage66, hello. Saw that on my homepage. Joshua is here. Joshua Apodaka. Sylvie Narcisse is here. Peanut358, hello. Yes, you're right. Wedding party. Free churches starting today afternoon. Oh my gosh, amazing. I'll have to check that one. I loved Parts Unknown. Me too. Oh, I was so devastated when Anthony Bourdain passed away. He was like, oh, his show was so good. All right, so I'm just getting my food processor cleaned out. mood like this. Sorry, one sec, I'll read the rest of what you're saying, Fun Ventura. Oh. All right, I'll have to check that one out. Loved, okay, I saw that one from Bo. Every page is touched by a mood like this. You give me more than you know tonight. Thanks, Fun Ventura. Get the bits off of this. And beautiful. All right, so just trying to make some room here. Did you read Kitchen Confidential? I did not read Kitchen Confidential, no. Good night, Peanut. Hi, Roger Hess. Zarnish is here. Garrett Johnson, I'm making lasagna tonight. So pumped. But I gotta get a move on because somehow, dang it, it's already 8:43, 8:45. And not only does this need to cook in the oven, but it needs to cool down, which takes a while. I think it might say let it cool down for an hour on the recipe, just so that it settles and you're not burning yourself. So, all right, let's just make a little more room here. I'm feeling a little claustrophobic. Put this away. Hope it comes out great. Thanks, Garrett. Off to work. Have a great weekend, everyone. Best of luck, Paul. You got this. Noor Faraz here. All right, Noor, thank you. I've watched, let's see. I've watched that TV program as well, though he's American Italian heritage, yes. Hannah, I know I say keep grinding a lot, but maybe this weekend take time to relax. I feel like actually this week I haven't like posted as much on my YouTube channel, just I was feeling really fried, like brain fried. So yeah, anytime I'm feeling that level of like exhaustion where my body is like screaming to me, please take a break. I do listen because otherwise like I will get fully burned out or just get sick. So yeah, I already feel like I've been a little bit less active this week. Oh, it was Anthony Bourdain. Okay, that was his thing, his book. Did not know that, Bo. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, last thing, and then I gotta get this going, is get these mushrooms quickly rinsed off and patted dry. I don't know if I'm gonna chop them. I might just leave them as they are. Maybe trim off some little stubby ends. But I got this very simple container of Baby Bella mushrooms. Or are they? Yeah, they are Baby Bella. Also, I need to give you guys a second poll question. But first, Paul Rivera, Back to the Future is saying goodbye to BBB, hello. Omar is from Egypt, love it. Last Man on Earth, It sounds so familiar, but I'm not sure if I've seen that. Is it a movie? I don't know what kind of show it is. Thank you, Darkness, for the sub. So I'm just trying to dry these mushrooms quickly. FBI is here. We can definitely make it to 100 likes tonight. We got it. How long have I been on here? Almost, wow, it is going on 2 hours. It's a funny show. Interesting. I would not have guessed that from the title. Past my bedtime. Have a great weekend. You too, Bo. Past your bedtime. Really? You're in North Dakota, so you're same time zone as me, and it's 8:45. What time do you wake up if it's past your bedtime? Oh my goodness. Are you that crazy Gordon Ramsay fan? I don't know if I would call myself a crazy Gordon Ramsay fan, but I'm a huge fan of Gordon Ramsay. Will Forte from SNL is the main character. Jeez, I have not seen Will Forte in years. It might be like pre-COVID, the last time I set eyes on Will Forte. Oh my God. It's been a long time. Okay, so I'm cleaning these mushrooms off, and I kind of would like to give them a chop just to, you know, have it be less, you know, massive chunks of mushroom. So what I'm gonna do is grab this and just, you know, chop these up. And also grab a bowl. Hi Kareem TV, good to see you. I'm just old, might have a couple more hours in me, but I better do something productive. Gotcha, okay. I was like, oh my goodness, who says it's past their bedtime at 8:45 on a Friday? I mean, no judgment. It's just, I'm such a night person anyways that getting past my bedtime is like 4 in the morning. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop these. Oh, the one thing about these cutting boards that drives me nuts is the fact that they spin around, which is not good if you're trying to cut with a sharp knife. Kind of roughly chopped, doesn't have to be perfect or uniform. You talked something about Italiano food. I mean, I was watching a show last night, Andreas, with Stanley Tucci. If you don't know him, he's an American actor. And he has a TV show called Tucci in Italy. So I was watching that last night just because I was feeling pretty burned out, pretty exhausted. And I really just needed to sit and watch TV. I was so brain fried. And that came up as I was scrolling, and I was like, this is exactly the type of content I need right now for my very burned out brain. Alright. Boom. Oh, come on. Alright, round 2. Sir Johnny Bravo says, hey, Back to the Future. I was about to say something unforgettable, but maybe it's better if you just imagine it. Okay. Left-handed. I am not left-handed. I wish I were. So many people think so, but you are seeing a mirror reflection of me. So this is my right hand. Tony Smalls, I'm making lasagna with some, it's gonna have some mushrooms, which I'm chopping right now, and also some fresh spinach, which I've got in my refrigerator behind me. Just trying to get a decent dice chop on these mushrooms. Ah, they keep flying off the board though. I'm interested to see. I've actually not made this recipe with chopped mushrooms. I made it with chopped zucchini. So I figured, okay, like zucchini is mostly water, mushrooms are mostly water, and I would expect similar results. I loved it with zucchini. I was just feeling like mushrooms today. So we will see. Tucci in Italy is relaxing to watch. It is, I feel like watching Tucci in Italy last night really, it felt like a good reset on my brain. It's that feeling, it really is burnout where it just feels like your brain is tired. Similar to how your muscles are tired after you've been working a lot and doing rigorous exercise and workouts, and then you're like stiff and sore for the next few days. My brain, it just felt like my brain hurt yesterday. I was like, oh, like this dull headache. My eyes were irritated. They just felt strained because I'm on computer screens and I have lights in my face so much. So I needed Tucci in Italy last night. What's the craziest question someone has asked you on here? I can't remember because my moderators have blocked them, so I don't see a lot of them. Okay, I missed some comments. What did people say? Shoot, I did miss a few people. Yabba Dabba Doo says, let's say a big thank you to people who have to work on holidays, emergency services, nurses, care workers. Yes, I know. I'm very appreciative to people who have to work those jobs. Like, say thank you to all the police officers, all the medical staff, all of the grocery store workers, the gas station attendants. Ugh, yeah. I am grateful that I don't work in an industry, or I just don't have a job that means I have to work on holidays. Like, it's a given that all of the major holidays I just automatically get off because it's a holiday. No questions asked. All right, last bit of mushroom. Yay! All right, so let's make some room. I know what I'm gonna do once the lasagna is in the oven. I'm gonna have all these dishes to clean. Rabja said hi. One of my favorite books is Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. Interesting. A non-mouse pad like you, open jars. All right, so assembly time, I think, I hope. Just make sure none of this is on here. Clean countertops are nice. So I'm gonna get my lasagna dish out. Also didn't show you a close-up of these chopped mushrooms, but there you go. Okay, Tony Smalls, I saw you earlier. Hassan, hello. Sonic or Mario. Joe Martin says hello. Hi Beaver Steaks. I definitely could picture Anthony and you cooking while enjoying a fine wine. Oh man, oh, that would have been amazing. William Reveles, I'm doing well. I'm making lasagna. Whoops, sorry guys. Just hit the phone stand. Let's see. Hello, Omar from Egypt. Tomb Raider or Nathan Drake? I don't even know what Nathan Drake is. Probably Tomb Raider. Hi, MC. I do have a dishwasher. Tony Smalls. All right, gotta pay attention here. Assembling the lasagna. Add about 1 cup of the lentil marinara. This is the most fun part, might I add, of making lasagna. I'm gonna put this in the back just because I feel like assembling lasagna can get messy and there can be like splatters everywhere. And I do not want to get that dirty. So 1 cup of this marinara sauce, which I made earlier for those of you just joining now. So I'm gonna take 1 cup of this and put it into my casserole dish. 1 cup of the lentil marinara. All right, great. So I'm just gonna spread it out. Maybe a little more. And just spread it out. Oh, and you know what? I gotta turn on my oven too. I forgot to do that. All right, next up I think is some sheets of lasagna noodles. I'm going to be using 2 different kinds of lasagna noodles. I've got these Barilla or Barilla gluten-free oven-ready lasagna, also vegan. These noodles contain, where is it? Corn flour and brown rice flour. However, I'm going to be using up the very last of these wonderful chickpea noodles. I used them weeks and weeks ago when I last made lasagna on my live stream. So add 4 to 5 lasagna noodles uncooked. Okay, so I will do that. I know I'm missing comments, sorry guys. Mr. Adang is here. We've got Narvin G, Superman Love. Good to see you. So, first of these lasagna sheets, I'm going with the chickpeas. The chickpea noodles, rather. Okay. Hi, Corey Richardson. Don't mind me, just making some lasagna. Oh, my nose is so sniffly again. Nothing new. I think I'm gonna do 4. That's what I did last time and it worked really well. We've got a nice lasagna shard right here. So what I'll do is just grab another chunk and try to, I don't know, make it work. And actually, you know what? I'm down to the very end of my lasagna noodles that are these chickpea ones, so I'm just gonna kind of layer these like that. And hopefully that will not be a problem. Come out of there, buddy. How on earth does it get stuck in here, guys? It's so stupid. Okay, that's it for these chickpea noodles, and then let's see what else I gotta do. Are you still going live for the EPL games tomorrow? So they're on Sunday, last I checked. So I'm planning on going live for a little bit tomorrow morning, just for fun. And then on Sunday is when I plan on on doing the EPL. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's Sunday that all the games are taking place. Rich. Omar is traveling for an internship. Go to my channel for easy recipes, Omar. In the UK, park runs are very popular. Are you the type of person who would join in just as light training? I don't work out with groups. I prefer to work out by myself, so I probably wouldn't join in. Rob here from Yuma. Awesome. How are you, Rob? Hope you are well and enjoying Memorial Day weekend. Oh, wait, you're from, oh yeah, I remember that you're from Minneapolis. I thought you were saying you're in Minneapolis. My daughter is a nurse. Last summer, she goes out from a hospital job to another kind of house, taking care of people who cannot be helped anymore, who will die for sure. Yeah, we call that hospice care in the United States. My uncle, now retired, was a career hospice nurse up north in a city called Duluth, Minnesota. And his job was basically to like provide care and comfort for people who were terminally ill, had cancer, no cure, and just make sure that like the last part of their life was like comfortable, dignified, and they, you know, were at least just, you know, comfortable at the very end. Herman Smith, hello. Okay, gotta focus here. I'm so close to getting this in the oven. So the next step I have to do is to spread half of the ricotta on top of these noodles. So all that hard work I did, guys, here it is. Come on. So this lovely ricotta cheese, tofu ricotta, not real ricotta. I'm gonna grab my spatula and I think this is a good spatula to use. Okay. Oh my gosh, it smells so amazing, you guys. I can't wait. So that's looking like about half, and it says spread it on top of the noodles, top with half of the spinach. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this spatula and try and get this ricotta spread out. Hopefully it's not too hard. Looking pretty good. Okay. So there's the ricotta spread on the noodles. Next, I'm gonna put some spinach on here. How much does it say? 3 cups of baby spinach. I'm just gonna eyeball this. And then let's see where I put the mushrooms. That's one thing I'm questioning. Veggie lasagna. I like to roast a few, blah, blah, blah. Layer them on the lasagna with the spinach layer. So actually what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take half of these and sprinkle them over this ricotta layer because I think they'll stick well to the ricotta. Sorry, I know I'm missing your guys' comments. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest should be fun on Sunday. Yes. Boy, Nottingham Forest, what a wonderful team they have turned out to be. So fun to watch. I think Chris Wood might be on that team. I remember watching him when he was on Burnley, which was a relegated team. I don't know how they did in the Championship League this year. But yeah, Nottingham Forest, that, I would say that team was the biggest surprise for me watching them. I was like, I really didn't have high expectations for you guys, but they were wonderful. Like, very happy for them. Okay, so this is looking like just about half of these lovely mushrooms. Trying to get them evenly spread around. And let's see what people are saying. Just want to scroll back up. Herman Smith saw you. We got Jason Jones from Miami. Love it. Never been to Florida, but want to go one day, especially to Miami. Actually, Miami is specifically on my list of New Year's Eve locations that I would love to celebrate New Year's Eve at in my life. And realistically, okay, I want to live to be 100 years old, which means I have about 70 New Year's Eves left in my life. And at least one of those, I would love to be in Miami. I think Miami would be just a blast for New Year's Eve. Party hat win, says Rich. Thank you, Kirby. Yes, for the party hat. Love it. Is it a party hat as cool as the hat that you put on your cow? Because she was so darn cute in that hat. Nottingham, a complete turnaround. I love to see that. It makes me just happy for those teams that I think a lot of people just disregard. All right. So spinach time. I didn't show this to you, but I'm going to be adding some spinach on top of this. Keep dropping stuff. There we go. Kirby, I still can't send those gifts, just don't have on phone or laptop. Interesting. Cassidy is still here. I so wish I'd live in the Twin Cities. I'd so go to a Twins game this weekend. I love baseball. I feel like baseball is one of those things to do, like to watch, that is like perfect for Memorial Day weekend. I feel like it fits so well. Very like chill, cozy, easy vibes. Just like drinking a beer, watching a game for hours, sunny skies, hopefully. Very American. I am not a baseball fan, but it's like, I feel like there's actually not that many things where if someone came to me with tickets or some other opportunity to just go, like I was invited or had a reason to go to this event that I normally would not go to, I would be so down to just go hang out at a baseball game. Thank you, Kirby, for all the 100s. You're so sweet. We've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 600 total, I think, if I did my math right. These. Blessing Robinson. Hello, Blessing. Not as cool as the cow. The party hats. All right, little dud. I wonder if I could just use up all this spinach, actually. I'm kind of tempted to. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna use all this spinach. I'm just tossing away the kind of like the squishy, less firm looking leaves. There's not that many of them. And the thing with spinach is because it's pretty much all water, it will just collapse and flatten down in the oven when it's baking. Okay, I better cool my jets. I think that I said that right. And save some of this spinach for the upper layer. Okay, looks good. And now I think there's more sauce that I'm gonna put on. What's going on in the chat? Sean Quinn is here. Myron Moe said hi. Hello, PM Interior. Went to a few baseball games. Not a fan. I prefer basketball games. I would say I don't know. I actually really don't like either of those sports. I would maybe the thing that will drive me nuts about any sporting event is when it is going on for like more than 2 hours. The beauty of soccer is you can be like in and out of the stadium in about 2 hours because it's 90 minutes total of game time, a little bit of overtime or stoppage time, and then like a 10-15 minute halftime. So it's like snip snap. If you got stuff to do, it's not going to be so much of your day. But even like NFL football, American football, that can go on for 3.5 hours or more depending on if there's overtime. And at that point I'm just like, this has been half of a work day now that I've been sitting here watching this game. It's a little too much for me. Okay, I think I have to put on another like cup or so of this marinara sauce. About 1 cup of the marinara sauce over the spinach, then place 4 to 5. Okay. I love that she just writes this down layer by layer, because otherwise I would just be super struggling. So another mega cup of this good stuff. Actually, I'm having a couple of friends over for dinner and dessert in a couple weekends, and I'm gonna be making this lasagna for them. So I am really, I'm trying to get some good practice in, because obviously you want your guests to enjoy your cooking. Not that they would be like rude or anything, but you still want it to be good. Okay, maybe a little more. Cute girl is here. Baseball environment is the best for me, but the games are boring for some people. Yeah, I'm one of those people who gets pretty bored. But for me, it's just, I don't like the sport itself. I've got nothing against the athletes. I've got nothing but respect for the athletes and that level of talent. So that goes for like any sport. It's just something I prefer not to watch. It doesn't interest me. All right, so pick this out. And then I think next is a few more of, actually, the chickpea noodles are done, so I get to switch over to these lovely Barilla lasagna noodles that I showed you earlier. So let's get this open. I think I'll use 5 again for this layer. Don't really know how many are in here. Looks like 12 or 15. Who knows? Ooh, these feel a lot thinner than the chickpea ones. Kirby says, the show? Question mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was so wrong. There's a ton in here. There's like 20 in here. Which is great, because actually the next time I make this, I think I will have plenty for that batch I'm making for my friends. So next, just double checking another round of the ricotta noodles. Ricotta, yep, perfect. So rest of this ricotta, boom, is going on the top. Get all of it. Thing is, like when I've worked so hard to make an ingredient, I want to get as much of it out as I can, just because it sucks to waste anything you've spent time making. And I think that's just about it. All right, looking good. And let's see. What are you making? Robbie Kaufman. I'm making vegan and gluten-free lasagna. This is some tofu ricotta that I'm spreading on now, just trying to get all of it off of here. Spread it over the lasagna noodles. Sometimes the noodles like to move around. Okay, so that's it for the ricotta. Just grab what I can from the spatula. Yum. Next is the last of the mushrooms. Looks delicious. Thank you, Crazy Sick Wine. Andrew Savini, how are you? Good to see you here. Sorry, let me scroll up and just see what I missed while I was looking down at my lasagna. I saw a cute girl say hello. Hogmanay in Edinburgh is the best place to party. That needs to be on my New Year's Eve list. Because think about it, guys, like you only get one New Year's Eve for every year of life that you live. And you shouldn't, I mean, you can't really count when you're a baby or a toddler because you don't really remember. So there's not that many compared to just your average days. So I thought it'd be fun to just make a to-do list or a bucket list specifically for New Year's Eve. Like New Orleans, I would love to do New Year's Eve there. Paris, Times Square, just to say I did it, even though it kind of sounds a little miserable. What's another good place? London, Miami. I think a southern New Year's Eve would be interesting. Like, I would actually love to go to one of like the shows they put on. I think Dolly Parton might have a New Year's Eve special she does. Whoops, I just totally like batch scooped them all into one spot. Oh well. And then I think rest of the spinach is going on here. Kirby, it's the vibe at baseball games, summertime outside and amazing food. I barely watch the game. That's like me when I go to a baseball game, Miss Cassidy. Also, JR the boss, great to see you. Thanks for joining. I used to love baseball, but very rarely watch anymore. Okay, Back to the Future. Yeah, I, on my own, do not seek out baseball games. However, if someone invites me or I have just some random reason to go, I feel like most of the time I'm down to just like go hang out, watch a game. Because like I said before, I still respect the crazy talent and work ethic that it takes to make it to that level of any professional sport. Those people are amazing. Baseball, my fave, but I agree, Cassidy, it's the vibe. Blue Jays game, roof open, beverage, and hot dog win. Oh, that sounds so lovely. So summery. Yes, I agree, the vibe for me is just, oh, it's all the feels you get at the game. Not necessarily the game itself. All right, I am using all this spinach. I'm committing to it. Alrighty, so last little bits of it. Boom. All gone, spinach. Hopefully I didn't overdo it, but I love spinach. And then, boy, what's left? Chip Broadhead, hello. Doing well. Idris is here. Every Italian bone in my body is hurting right now, but I support it. Fair enough. Hello, Crazy Sick Wine. Looks scrummy. 25 plus. But I binge played the show 25. I don't know what that is. Hello, Chef Bonsoir. Hello, Idris. Good evening. So true, Kirby. I just enjoy walking around the stadium, trying all the different food and enjoying the night. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Place 4 to 5 more noodles on the top. All right, guys. We're getting there. Maybe this way. This is gonna be a loaded pan. Oh my gosh. 3, 4. I have to say, like, the assembly part is so satisfying. It is very fun. Okay, so those are on there. And then I think it just says pour the rest of the sauce over the top entirely and evenly. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just start with some cups of this and then upend my soup pot. It's funny how the sauce already is starting to flatten down the spinach. And then there's one last thing I have to put on the top of this before it goes in the oven. I also want to double check that my temperature is correct that I set my oven to. So let me just kind of press this down and make sure that the sauce is getting into the sides too. And now I'm just gonna grab whatever is left in here with my spatula. Hogmanay in Scotland is 2-day holiday industry. Have learned nobody goes into work on January 2nd. If only that were the case in the United States, but unless it's a weekend, we are back to work on January 2nd. It's unfortunate. All right, here's the last of the sauce. See if I can kind of get it around the edges that need it some more. All right. This corner is a little in need. This side. Big old casserole pan of lasagna. Gotta love it. All right, I'm gonna commit to this end. and just kind of spread it a little bit. I just love the amount of food you get when you make lasagna. It's so much food. And I'm gonna bring this over to my parents' house on Monday for Memorial Day. So this will definitely be plenty even several days later. And that looks good. Just gonna clean up some extra sauce on the side. Cool. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is sprinkle the top with some vegan mozzarella cheese. But let me come back to the chat and see what people are saying. Sorry guys. I know I haven't been as responsive. Saeed, this is veggie lasagna. It's actually fully vegan and gluten-free. And I put some mushrooms and spinach in it for the veggie components. I love spinach too. I'm from Italy, says Freaky Freaks. Raw Impact says, damn, this chick is on fire. Aurora King, sorry, I missed you. Seattle Mariners Stadium was your fave, Cassidy, that's cool. MC says, back in the day, baseball had a lot of big name sluggers that would just blast the ball out in a home run, but I feel like the anti-steroids thing plays a factor with why it's not as exciting anymore. Interesting. Here's a small I get in my house. Okay, Ali. I feel like the last time I made this lasagna, actually, I used the entire bag of cheese. So that is what I'm gonna plan to do. Kind of like pizza, just have a nice big old layer of cheese on the top. Let's see, Harley King, hello. Marcus Johnson is here. Greets from Germany, cool. Love Germany. Becknoor is here. Hi, Elvis. Saeed, no, I'm vegan. My YouTube channel is mostly vegan and gluten-free recipes, so I do not eat any animal products. To the bottom of the cheese. Okay. All right, that looks like it's just about the last shreds. Get them out of there. I think I did a pretty good job getting it evenly topped off with cheese. Okay, So I think the last thing I have to do is just cover this with foil and then pop it in the oven for quite a while. Also, we're at 102 likes, so thank you guys. We have made it to 100 likes. Daniel Cruz, I see you were here commenting. Sorry guys. I'll try to catch up on the comments once this is in the oven. Just make sure none of the cheese is gonna get burned here. Okay. Like anything sticking out. Okay. Double check the temperature on the recipe, which I think is 350. Yes. Okay. So cover tightly with foil and bake for 40 minutes. All right, let me do that. Ta-da! Foil, gonna go over this. Good. MC says, someone tell this, oh no, that was MC. Pictures, I meant auto type. Saeed, thank you. Bernie Williams, retired now, plays in a band. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's a baseball player. Okay, that looks covered tightly enough. So that is gonna go in the oven now. All right, whew. Let me just take a moment to see what people have been saying, because that took a while. Roger Hess was here. I don't know if you're still here, Roger. Daniel Cruz, I'm sorry I haven't been on your lives. That's okay, no worries. Come when you can. Spinach on pizza is great. Yes, I agree. Back to the Future. Let's see. This is the size of your 6K cake. I know it is a lot of lasagna, Rich, but I'm making it for more than me. I mean, it's gonna be for several people. All right. The Hammer was asking, that sauce looks meaty. What's it made of? It's made of, I don't know if you're still here, but the sauce is marinara sauce, just plain tomato marinara with some lentils. So it does have some nice protein in it. Who are you feeding? The whole village. Let's see. The last baseball video game I played was MLB 2003. Oh my gosh, the one with Jason Giambi on the cover when he played for the Yankees. Wow. Let's see, the Hater VK, Parthikaswaran, Amira is here, hello. Can't get past his off-field activities, CK don't like him. Oh, interesting, let's see who Kirby was talking about. Mr. Adeng, hello. Let's see. Thank you, Amira, for the like. Yes, Cosborn, it was spinach that I put on my lasagna. Chapman on the Red Sox is who you were talking about. Kirby, I will call the Ethiopian consulate, Hannah. Where is the meat? Hey, my dad is Ethiopian and he eats vegan part of the week. There's many vegetarian and vegan Ethiopians if you do your homework. MC says, I remember back around 2003 to 2006, Barry Bonds was so dangerous on the at-bat. The pictures absolutely would not pitch to him, and Sound intentionally walk him all the time. Interesting. Let's see. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Lurkable said hi. The food looks like a work of art. Thank you, Truth is Strange. I love the colors on lasagna. It just naturally looks really pretty. And I love that it has the 3 colors of the Italian flag, which are red, white, and green. Kirby says, I got a solution. How about they allow performance enhancing again? Oh, no, please. And Sweet, thank you. Remember to remove the foil for the last few minutes. I actually left mine on and liked it how it turned out because the cheese melted so beautifully with the foil on. Lurkable subscribed. No Beef Travis. Hi Random. So many big names that all played at once in that era. You know why, MC. The juice. That's so disappointing. I hate that stuff. It's just like, very disappointing. Okay, so now that all that work is done, I gotta clean up my kitchen. Casty says it's 10:37 and I'm actually excited to start cleaning because I know I've got 3 days to enjoy. Right? I know, it's like, that's the pain of the 2-day weekend where one day, if you use it all to get chores done and stuff, you're like, oh no, now I just have 1 day I get to enjoy before I have to go to work again. I'm tired but can't sleep, says Just a Dude. Aw. Well, honestly, it's probably, if you want to go to sleep, then you probably should hop off of a live stream like this one and give your eyes a rest, because I've heard so many sleep doctors and scientists say, like, just do not look at screens right when you're, like, before you're trying to go to sleep, because it does not help. All right, aluminum foil, I'm gonna put this away. And how about I turn my screen so you can see a little bit more this way as I'm cleaning up my kitchen. Bella Campbell is here. Thank you, Saeed. Glad you enjoy it, Saeed. Lord, would you rather be recognized for your intelligence or your kindness? I would say kindness. And also, I will say, I think intelligence, it's like, it's good, but I think it can be a bit overrated. Like, you can be a super nerd, you can be super knowledgeable, but it's like, what are you doing to society if you're just a smart person? Like, there's plenty of smart people who, I much more admire people who are super bold, super courageous, have like massive guts to try things. I feel like intelligence is fine, but like courage and kindness are more impressive to me, because I think fewer people demonstrate kindness. And well, I don't know, I mean, I think everyone is smart in their own way, but I just feel like most people don't have a lot of courage or guts to do things that are like, could fail and whatever. And then kindness, it's like, if there is no kindness, I think with any person, if there's no kindness, nothing, no other quality matters if kindness is not there. So I would go with kindness. Oh, I almost forgot, my younger sister was working security in Alameda, California. Long story short, she told Barry Bonds he couldn't fly his drone on the property she was working at. Oh man. This was like 6-7 years ago. Cleanliness of the workplace is one of the most important things in cooking. Kindness is free. I mean, you can be kind, but so many people just aren't kind or choose not to be kind and they choose to be nasty. I don't know. It sucks. I asked my sister why the hell she didn't get an autograph from him. Funny. spices. So many spices in so little room. The best kindness is honesty. Yes, 100% honesty. I value very highly. I cannot stand when people are not honest. Or just the thing is, I think a lot of people are afraid of being honest because they think it'll hurt someone's feelings. But I'm like, better to just tell them the truth. That's my take on it. Who is the most famous person you ever got an autograph from or met? I don't know. I feel like I haven't really done those like get up close and get an autograph things. I can't think of a person off the top of my head. Favorite thing to cook? I don't know. It depends on the day. I really like cooking tofu in different ways. Kung Pao tofu, curry scramble. Falafel, oh, that's pretty time consuming. All right, I just gotta get all this stuff in my dishwasher. Sayed says you will grow soon. Yes, that is the goal with YouTube. Just be consistent and grow. Prince David, you came just a little too late. I just finished cooking. I would love to see you cook. Hannah has 6.55 subs currently. Woo! Yes, on our way to 7K. That is the goal. It's like the next milestone is, well, I would say the next milestone is actually 10K, like the next major milestone. But don't get me wrong, every additional 1,000 subscribers is super, super exciting. I remember just, trying to get to 500 was so challenging, going from 0 to 500. So now that it's intervals of 1,000 is really exciting. Class 21 is here. Raphael, the more you hurry, the more you worry. Let's see, so close to 7K. We definitely will get to 10K by Christmas. I think so. I mean, the thing is my growth has slowed down the last month or two, but I'm hoping that if I just continue, because I mean, there's gonna be like ebbs and flows with growth. I'm hoping that just by being consistent, like I'm still on track to hit 10K by the end of December, but it has like my rate of growth has slowed down. So I'm hoping that I will just like steadily continue to grow. There we go. The 10K cake might be a foot high. I'm excited to hit 10K. Just checked that myself, says Yavanavadu. Funny. So you guys ate without me. You came late to the party, Prince David. Let's not get it twisted. Do you normally stream as you wash dishes? I normally stream while I'm cooking, but I don't mind sticking around and cleaning my dishes after the fact. You missed the cooking action, unfortunately. But I do like to tidy up right away because I just don't like leaving dirty dishes in your sink after you've been cooking or whatever. P. Pat, the kid is here. Wait, that sponge is so cool. I've never seen one like that. Oh, I love this sponge so much. You can just, I think I bought it on either Amazon or Target. But what I love about this sponge, it's such a like simple and smart design. One second. One second. This out of here. Oof. Yeah, this sponge is so smart. So basically what you do is you unscrew this end of it, you put your dish soap into the, like the wand, and then you put water in here. And so the water and the soap flow through the sponge. And what I like about it is it like cleans the sponge as it's cleaning your dishes. So you get this like flow of water through the sponge. Cause sometimes like sponges just get so nasty when they just, I don't know, like they get gross. And I find that like this is really nice to have because it doesn't get gross. Hi TIM Zadid, Bella with the hearts is here. YouTube goes up and down, but being consistent is so important. Yes, Cassidy, I really feel like the ultimate, like, what is it? Like, if you can just be consistent, if nothing else, even if your content is not amazing, if it's like, even if it's pretty crappy, I would say if you are consistent, if you never miss, and you stick to the plan, that is like, I would say pretty much a guarantee that you are gonna grow. It might be slow and you can't predict exactly when you'll get to the milestone you wanna get to, but it's like, you're not gonna grow if you're just inconsistent or you give up. Giving up is like the guaranteed way of not achieving your goals. But yeah, consistency, just refusing to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, even when it's like slow or you're not motivated. All right, I feel like I missed a few people. 6-layer cake, says Kirby. Rare breed is here. Thank you, Saeed. YouTube goes up and down. Yes, Cassidy. Cooking and cleaning goes hand in hand. Yes, totally. Be consistent, says Remix 40. Maybe winter ending and more people being out is why subs have slowed a bit. That's what I was thinking too, actually, because I mean, I like to look at my numbers just to see like, okay, like, you know, things are slower now, like, and actually like YouTube has an amazing dashboard where you can look at your data and see like, okay, the past month it was down a certain percentage, or you're, you know, this is typically what, like, it'll just give you indicators of how you're performing based on like past metrics. And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder why it slowed down a bit these last few months. And I really think it has to do with like weather in the United States, because that's where the vast majority of my viewers come from. There's some from the UK, there's some from other countries in Europe, there's some from, you know, African countries, but like 90% are American viewers. And I'm thinking like in the United States generally, in April and May, everywhere is getting warmer, people are outside, they don't want to be on their phones or on social media as much as in the winter. So that is like my theory. But again, it's like, whatever, I'm still gonna keep the schedule. Nothing will change with the schedule. Narveen is back. No spamming or your toast. Tyrese Hudson is here. Yes, thank you so much, Back to the Future, for just like, you know what to do. Just axe them. Thank you, Narvin G. 412 Vibe says Pittsburgh here. Very cool. I've never been to Pittsburgh in my life. I have been to Pennsylvania a bunch of times. Let's see, Sipai, I'm doing well. How about you? That was so crazy thinking about that incident, speaking of baseball from earlier. Cassie says, even if slow now, the fall and Christmas holidays could be the best ever. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the summer, and just because your numbers go down, I mean, I think that's a spot where people can really lose. Like they suddenly are like, oh no, people don't like me anymore. Oh no, like they start to panic, and then they're like questioning, and it's like, no, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. There are ups and downs. It's not going to be a straight line of growth. So it's like, whatever. It's like anything, like any kind of growth, there's going to be like, you know, fast growth, and then it'll slow and then go up again. Hi Bob, hi Krusty. Really, I learned you, says Saeed. No spamming. Don't forget Canada. Yes, and Canada. Sorry, Rich, of course. Can't forget our northern neighbors. Oh my gosh, it's almost it's almost like I thought Canada was part of the United States. Oops. Krusty has a fake MC, I'm loving that you called that out. That's so funny. I didn't even like notice that. The fake wrench. The fake mod. So funny. Well spotted. Alright. Ah, come on, dishwasher. Sometimes things just don't, feels like they just don't want to cooperate with you. We joined forces, says Philly Phil. Oh man. Krusty is a mod. MC says, wow. Cooking, enjoy with Hannah. Philly Phil, we joined forces. Christy is not a mod. Back to the Future's like, no. Let me set the record straight. I'm the mod, not Krusty. Let's see. Almost done. Whew. I'll call that an outer mod. I hope you realize the fun we've had on here with you. It's been so much fun. We really appreciate you. It's like, it's not crazy, but it's just the digital world we live in right now. But it's like, I really feel like I know you guys. I mean, we've never met in person, but I feel like I know your personalities from all the like hundreds of comments I've read from those of you who are here frequently. Call that a, what do they say, like a parasocial relationship. But it's like, no, I know like where you, not in a weird way, but it's like I know where you live. Like I know your country, I know your state, I know what some of you do for work. It's like I know some of your interests, I know some of your occupations. It's like I dream of the day where I will, in a very safe and secure way, get to do a meetup with people, because I really do feel like I know you guys, and I have a lot of fun at these live streams with you. Hi Hannah, I'm sorry it's been a while. I hope you're well. I like your Christmas earrings. No worries, Hannah Camille. I remember that. I think you got gifted a membership to the channel. Don't ever feel bad. I mean, the thing is, this is the internet, this is social media, this is completely voluntary, and you know, I'm not sitting here taking attendance and being like, oh, so-and-so hasn't been here for, you know, X number of days or weeks. It's like, just come when you can. No stress. Hope you've been well, Hannah. Yes, I was gifted a membership. Yay! Very easy for me to remember the Hannahs. The Corzo family says she's vibing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I never gave you another poll question. Shoot. What should I do? Dang it. Oh, I feel bad now. What's an old one I've done? Like Harry Potter, Star Wars I've been doing, sports. I could do like maybe which of these sports would I least want to watch? I could do that. I think I can turn my camera back around. Itchy nose. Whew. Or, oh, this is so tough. It's like I could do like Game of Thrones characters, but I feel like not as many people know that. Poll question. Okay, we're gonna do sports. So, sport. We could do maybe like a ping pong thing, or just, I don't know. What emoji works for sports? Sports. We could do, like a boxing glove. Okay, which of these sports do I least enjoy watching? Is it, sorry. Is it golf? Is it NASCAR? Is it, NASCAR, you understand what I'm saying. Is it lacrosse? Or is it basketball? Boom. There you go. New poll. Sorry, 3 hours later. Somehow it's been 3 hours. Goodness. Still 15 minutes left on this first bit of the lasagna. Basketball. I store-bought cinnamon rolls today, so ashamed. Don't be ashamed, Mad Acoustic. I've had them and they're super tasty. No worries. All right. I'm gonna put these lasagna noodles back into a plastic bag and just put them in my little pantry area so they don't get super dry. Oh, your favorite fast food order as a kid. Stone Papa Smurf. I am saving that for a future. Oh, you know what? And I actually have another poll question that I forgot to use for today. Someone said I should do the last meat dish that I ate, because I'm vegan, for those of you who don't know. So you are saying my favorite fast food order. That was Stone Papa Smurf. Favorite fast food order as a kid. That's awesome. I think that's funny. Hannah Camille says, okay, thanks, Back to the Future. Oh yes, I made lasagna, sorry, I missed that. Were you making tofu something earlier? Yeah, there is some lasagna in the oven. Stone Papa Smurf guessed basketball. Let's see. Definitely NASCAR. Maria is here, woohoo! Joined pretty late today. What did you do today? Did you already do the last meat dish you had before turning vegan? Poll question. No. I'm glad you literally just said that in a comment. I forgot to do that and I had it in my notebook. So I'll do that probably at the Sunday night live stream. Also, for those of you wondering, I mentioned this on the Wednesday night live stream, so 2 nights ago. I am going to be doing some pop-up live streams this weekend. I'm planning on going live tomorrow morning at some point, just chilling for a little bit. I don't know how long it'll be. I'm actually planning on just live streaming from my living room and hanging out. And then I definitely want to do a pop-up live stream on Sunday, and I call them pop-ups because they're not part of my usual schedule. I want to go live while I'm watching the final games taking place in the English Premier League on Sunday. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's just such an eventful weekend. Lots of really fun stuff planned. Okay. Big J, hello. Kirby says definitely soccer. Let's see. Oops. Cassidy says, I enjoy the channel so much after work because it takes my mind off work and your subscribers are the best. I know, the thing is, like, for example, I watched a little bit of Kirby's live stream this afternoon when I was on a break from work, and I just clicked on it, watched it, and I saw Rich get into the chat once he got off of work, and I was like, this is so great. I've seen Tony. I don't think Tony's been here tonight. I don't think I've seen him. But I've seen Tony comment on Kirby's posts. So it's like I'll see people commenting or pop up on other community, people who are in this community on their channels. I've seen people I know commenting and watching on a live stream. I believe definitely basketball. This is Back to the Future. Nicholas Hartley is here. Anon Mao says there's a bakery near me that makes strawberry rolls. Ooh, strawberry rolls? What? I've never heard of such a thing as a strawberry roll, but it sounds heavenly. All right. Cool. I gotta get my American flag back on here. Had it relegated to the back. I was gonna unbox something for you guys. I'm almost done with my dishes, but not quite. There's a couple more things I gotta clean. Tony comments on everything. OG Tony. I love that. Pop-up live stream. I know. I was like, you know what? Because honestly, there's some people who I think it's hard for them to make the live streams that I do because they're all at 8 p.m. Central Time, and 8 p.m. for them is 2, 3, 4 a.m. their time, which is like not realistic for a lot of people, although some of them do watch. So I was thinking going live at some point tomorrow morning will be fun because it will be, people who are in Europe will be in their evening on Saturday night when I go live whenever I do tomorrow morning. So it should be fun. I think it'll just be a little like a different vibe than the evening ones. Mr. Adang, yes, I made lasagna, amazing. Who did I miss here? I don't know who Joe is. Carlos. Back from work tomorrow, then you go live. Amazing, Rich. Oh my goodness, you work so hard. Let's see. Maria is saying, Hannah, have you tried South Indian food? If not, you really should. I think most options are vegan. Most options are vegan and also vegetarian. I mean, Indian food generally is a paradise for vegan and vegetarian people because they get it. Like, so much of their population is plant-based. I think most options are vegan. Would love taste testing review or something. Maybe you make the food. Yeah, I feel like I have had South Indian food, to be quite honest. I don't know what distinguishes South Indian food from other Indian food. I'm not familiar with like regional dishes. So I'm gonna write this down, South Indian food to investigate. Maria suggested. All right, yes, definitely wanna check that out. Oh, I just want this lasagna to be like done, ready to eat it. And I actually have to let it, go for like another 20 minutes, which sucks. But whatever, it's worth it. So, the last few things I have to clean off. My cutting board with this knife that I used to chop the mushrooms. Luciano is here. Hello, Luciano. Arif Jut is here. Inu is here. When you do a pop-up, I'll be in the beer tent. Love it. Nice. Hope you're having a blast when I am live tomorrow. You'll have to tell us about your beer tent and fun times at the live stream on Sunday. Yabba dabba doo. Matt Acoustic says, I actually fired up the grill this evening and made chicken and roasted a bunch of onions, peppers, corn, couscous on the stove, a bunch of spices, and turned out fantastic. Sounds really healthy and also sounds heavenly. Well done. I'm gonna grab a towel. All right, what did Cassidy say? Ezekiel Rivera says, hola, have an amazing night, Hannah, in chat. Notifications are set for tomorrow. Yeah, Cassidy, it'll be fun. I'm planning on letting myself sleep in, veg out a bit, and then once I'm like tidied up and ready for the day, just like hop on and see who's there, the different crowd. I feel like it'll be maybe a little more international. I could be wrong, but just switching up the time is because it did occur to me, like, yeah, I do go live at pretty much the same time every night that I'm live. We've got a Viking saying, greetings from the North Pole with the Swedish flag. Love it. That's cool, if you are indeed at the North Pole. Rare Breed, hello, the one and only, I'm doing well. How about you? Joe Ski, hello. You're saying hello to the one and only. Hi, Balwinder. Glad to see that knife. Oh my gosh, I never would put my nice knives in the dishwasher. That would be very sad. They deserve better than that. Saeed says, you motivate me. I'm glad I do. I'm glad I can motivate someone. I would feel kind of bad if I just was motivating people to be lazy. Hannah, do you ever feel sad? You're always in high spirits. It's why I like watching. I mean, yeah, of course. I'm human. I'm not like on... I don't know. I wonder, like, are there actually people who are happy all the time? I seriously doubt it. But no, actually, I feel like this week, one, I was very burned out, super tired from work, short on sleep. The thing is, I think, like, I try to notice, like, whenever I am feeling more exhausted, more just, like, not, I don't know if it's sad, but just more, like, unmotivated and, like, gloomy, where it's just, like, and I really feel like it is when I tend to eat crappier foods and when I'm short on sleep. Those two things, like diet and sleep, severely affect my mood. And so I will say, like, this week, I definitely ate more sweets, way more sugar, had to cut multiple nights short on sleep just for work purposes and because I wanted to get stuff done. But yeah, of course, I definitely feel sad. It's more just, I don't know if it's like sadness about anything in my life, because I really do love my life, but I think I noticed this too. I feel like I was just consuming very negative content. It was like just these horrible news stories and tragedies and like very kind of like doom and gloom type of content where it's like climate change is getting so bad and this disaster happened and there was another plane crash somewhere, I think in California. And I just realized, I was like, man, I am not doing myself any favors by just, if I'm already sleep deprived and I've been having like more sweets than I probably should have. On top of those two things, I'm also consuming like these just not uplift, like it's just, if anything, it's like very depressing type of content where it's like you finish the video and just feel crappy, where you're like, man, we're so screwed. Everything's expensive. It's a recession. The Gen Zs are doomed to not have good careers and blah. And it's like, this is just like not helping me. This is not, no. I've crossed the line from being informed to being now like, oh, so informed that it is actually affecting my mood and my productivity, and it's just not wise. So to answer your question, that was a long-winded answer. Yes, I do feel sad. Like, I would say sometimes, I would say mostly I'm in a good mood, but I would say certain things naturally just make me sad, where it's like I'll read something and I'm like, oh man, that's just really depressing. Or if I'm sleep deprived, I'll be like, oh my god, I have to work 8 hours today and I am already so dead and tired and it's only like 1 hour in. That's pretty sad. Just curious about your fitness routine, if any. Yes, Matt Acoustic, I'm so glad you asked, because I've been mixing up my fitness routine and it has been so much fun, you guys. Okay, let me first see who else I might have missed above. Oh my gosh, Bugat AWS, good to see you again. Joski, Hannah, do you ever feel sad? Okay, I answered that one from Stone Papa Smurf. Sheffield United versus Sunderland at Wembley tomorrow. No, but I'm super interested to see, because I hear that I have a friend who lives over in England and he's a massive, massive, massive Sunderland fan, and he's from Sunderland, so of course he is like praying for them to get promoted to the Premier League. I don't know where to watch that game, Bugat, but I will be Googling the result of that game. Okay, so Matt Acoustic was asking about my fitness routine. What all do you do for physical activities? You look fit, a compliment. Same here for sleep, especially. Okay, so my routine, I have a 5K race next month. Gosh, it's in like less than a month now. I'm gonna reset my timer actually for 20, which is unfortunate because I wish I could eat it now. So I run every other day. I've been reducing my mileage by quite a bit. So I've done marathons in the past. I'm a distance runner, but just for the sake of time and not burning out, I didn't want to do a marathon this year. So I run every other day. I keep it to like a couple miles, like 2 miles. I also stretch 15 minutes every single day. I'm trying to get my splits, like my front, like right leg forward, left leg forward, and then center splits. And then the days that I'm not running, I will do high intensity interval workouts, or HIIT, H-I-I-T, and those are like burpees, mountain climbers, jumping jacks, high knees, lunges. It's just like quick, fast, but like a high level of burn. And then I also just love walking. I walk a bunch, and yoga here and there. So I have like a rotation of things that I like to do to stay active. Sachin Kumar is here. Dog Lover said hi. Inu said hi. Kirby says, I don't want to be informed about anything that's going on in the world, LOL. The thing is, Kirby, it's like I get like certain things you might want to be informed about, but at the same time, I would argue that most, if not practically all of the stuff you read about, there's nothing you can do as a single individual person that will like, you can't change it. Either it's already happened or it's so big that it's not anything you can control. So I'm like, I don't want to be totally like in the dark about stuff, but at the same time, like I've heard very successful entrepreneurs when people have asked them, like, what did you do to really grow and build your business? And they're like, I ignored the news. Like, I really didn't care about reading the news. It's not that I wanted to be ignorant, but I knew it's very distracting. You can get addicted to it. It can really dampen your spirits and make you feel depressed. And you can't do anything about it because it's like, you turn on the evening news and it's like a building collapsed, or this terrible like shooting spree happened in Denver or whatever place in the United States, or that's not your community or even in your community. It's like, okay, now I'm like stressed and sad, and it's like, for what? Like, just so you know this information? Ugh. I feel like I need to kind of like limit my intake on stuff like that. Francisco das Chagas is here. Mad Acoustic says, I've had to deal with multiple family deaths in the past year. Oh no, I had to be real focused to not let those emotions overcome. I mean, that is like, I will say this, I think I am in the minority. So I am 31 going on 32. I'll be 32 in September. And I have not experienced any deaths in my family or my circle of people that I've been really close to. I still have my grandparents, all my uncles, my aunts, obviously like my immediate family. My parents are both alive and well, like very much alive. My sister is alive. Like the only deaths that I have experienced were childhood pets and my like maternal grandma, but never really, like I knew she was around, but like it was sad, but it didn't really like shake me up because I really didn't know her that well. So it's like everyone I've always been close to, all the relatives I've been close to, like I still have them at age 31. Obviously that's not going to be the case forever, but I do think that is another thing I haven't really had to deal with yet. So it will suck whenever the day comes, but that is one thing I am very grateful for at this point in my life. Truth is strange, I am absolutely obsessed with the Premier League. I actually have my Chelsea jersey all ready to go for this weekend. I'm gonna go grab it for you. I've got it hanging and ready to go because I'm just so excited. I feel like I should just hang it up like here. Like, yeah, like right there, although it's kind of getting blocked. But yes, I am definitely a Premier League fan. I just don't want to get this dirty. But yeah, this is an old Chelsea jersey. It doesn't have anyone's name on it. It's just one of the like fan, long-sleeved jerseys. So yes, I absolutely love the Premier League. I'm obsessed with it. I'm low-key kind of sad that it's ending this weekend because during the summer, I'm like, oh, there's no games to look forward to this weekend. Anthony Bright, hope you're doing well. Thank you. Manny Guerrero is here. Kevin Martinez, I've got some lasagna in the oven and I'm so excited. Matt Acoustic says your fitness routine sounds very solid. I actually I don't mind running lots of miles, but the thing with marathon training is it's just so taxing, and it's like the only thing you can do because it's so many miles. Like you have to run like 50 to 60 miles in 1 week and do that for 4 months. It's just like, you just don't, like you could, if you wanted to, you could try to throw in some yoga, some Pilates, some HIIT, some walking, but it's like, yeah, but your marathon training has already taken up so many hours of your week. Do you really want to go on extra bonus workouts? So it's just, I love in this season of my life, like this year, I've been wanting to just get back some more time to work on other stuff and have more variety in the exercises I'm doing. And I've really liked it so far. We've got, there's a lot of people. KC Rex Riley, hello. Kirby says, I wanted to ask about your split progress, but it always sounded like a weird question. No, coming from you, I mean, it's not like a sus question, Kirby. Naturally, I am not flexible. I wish I were, but again, going back to what I was saying about consistency with anything, like with YouTube, with writing, with getting your splits, it's like if you will just take 15 to 20 minutes every single day and do this focused workout that is dedicated to getting your splits, in my head I'm like, eventually I will get there. And I don't like, I feel like pretty much every single day I would not have a valid excuse for saying I just couldn't find 15 minutes in my whole entire day. So I have been doing a 15-minute splits routine every single day for the last few weeks, and I'm just gonna stick with that until I get my splits. Bugat says, Hannah, you need to work on strength exercises. I do strength exercises, Bugat. Faizan Hussein, I'm gonna be meeting a friend this weekend. I'm also gonna be doing some grilling and card game playing on Memorial Day. Congratulations with 124 likes, Hannah. Thank you, Tony. Also, guys, I am gonna check on my lasagna. I hear it bubbling. I just wanna take a peek at it. But I do want to get caught up. Fun fact, 2026 London Marathon currently has 1.3 million applicants, world record. Yeah, dude, you guys, the marathon like world has just exploded. I feel like there's this like newfound interest in like becoming a ultra like athlete and doing these distance races, which is great, but it means of course that there's tons and tons of people applying for these races. All right, JJ Truth, hello. What did that sing do to you? BRB says Back to the Future sounds good. Yeah, but I do say, okay, I read that about the London Marathon. Nature worship compared to Christianity. I don't weigh in on like religious stuff on here, Kevin. That's amazing you haven't experienced any deaths. Not too many people can say that. I know. And that the thing is, it's like, obviously no one lives forever. And I do recognize that like my older aunts and uncles, my grandparents who I'm very close to, I mean, they're approaching 90. And the thing is, it's like they have taken very good care of themselves. They're very like youthful in their, if not in their physical like body, like their minds are very sharp, they're very curious, they're well traveled, they stay like involved, they stay, you know, I feel like that's it. If you stay like engaged as you get older, it keeps you sharp, and I think it really helps you live longer. So I'm just, yeah, I am very appreciative of the fact that I still have all my family around. Love the blue, says JJ Truth. Cristiano emojis from Rich. I do have a Vikings jersey, Stone Papa Smurf. I'm not gonna grab that now because that's just somewhere in the depths of my closet, but you will see it, and I have worn it on previous live streams. Dev Fit Minds. Oh, you're a Chelsea fan? No, I'm an Arsenal fan. Fun fact, truth is strange, I'm a fan of both. So I do support both Chelsea and Arsenal. I love both of those teams. Yum sounds delicious. Matt Acoustic says, here and walk every day and bike ride. The stretching is the one thing I need to kick into gear. Yeah, that's the one thing I knew. It's like what I wanted was one thing, but my actions were not. My actions were saying like, you actually don't take this seriously. Otherwise you'd be stretching every day. So I was like, okay, cut the BS, Hannah. If you actually want to get your splits one day, you have to be stretching every single day, even if it's for a tiny amount of time. And so I just either, when I'm working from home, I will take 15 minutes over my lunch break and just do the 15 minutes of stretching. If it's after work, if I'm like, you know, I've driven home and I'm home for the day, then I will just do, it's like literally, what is 15 minutes? Like everyone has 15 minutes. You can wake up 15 minutes earlier, you can stay late, you can stay up late 15 minutes later. It's such a small amount of time. Let's see. We got someone from Brazil, Bruce Lee from Brazil, Vasantha Kumar. Okay, Nicolas Cage Boyle. Oh my gosh, funny. Who else is here? Shuttle Badminton. Okay, Vasantha. Pizza and ice cream Friday for the man, says Antonio Salazar. Bishop Bullwinkle, I'm doing well. I've got some lasagna in the oven. I'm gonna check on it really quick just to make sure it's okay. See what's going on here. Nice. All right, looks good. Oh, I want to eat it so bad, but of course it's still really hot. Darpan, okay. All right, hey, what's up? Says it's me, Gunda. Cool. What was I gonna do? Just gonna rinse this off. Or not rinse it, but just kind of clean it off a little bit. Lestiner, WSB. I subbed. Think you just got on. Just gonna clean off my food processor from hours ago. I knew this was gonna take me long. Dang, you guys, I've been on here now for over 3 hours. Crazy. And what's crazy is like I intentionally started early, like right at 7. But yeah, the lasagna is not a quick recipe. So let's you should make a cup of coffee. Actually, I was thinking about doing that. I'm also very hungry right now. So that would be a nice way to tide myself over. I think I will make a cup of coffee. I'm gonna move this over here so you can see that. Ta-da! Yokohama Tires, aka Chelsea. That's my favorite. Can I have some? Says Lestiner, WSB. What did I want to do first though? So actually, just for fun, I have a box here of skincare and I figured I could just open it on a live stream because why not? It's something else I could do. My stretching exercise, lifting my whiskey bottle. I love that. That's so funny. That sounds like a very easy way to stretch. Your kitchen is very clean. Thank you, John. I actually just spent the last like 20 minutes or so cleaning it. I was just cooking on here. Hi, Minaj. Oh my gosh, McLovin is back. So this is my lovely skincare that I love so much. It's called Typology. It's based in Paris. I love the way they package it too with some tissue paper. And I needed a refill on my moisturizer, which is in here. Ta-da! It comes in an aluminum tube. It's like this. And then I also ordered some serum. And these are both nighttime products. So I like to put these on, at the end of the day. So here is the A31 serum, hydrating serum from Typology. So I think I'm gonna, I'll leave them out here, recycle this. I also really like that they make an effort to be sustainable. So there's your little show and tell of my skincare products, my evening skincare products. I don't see you as a NASCAR person. Let's see. When you're in Tampa, let's grab some chops. Napoli, 1 Serie A. Okay, cool. I'm going to make a cup of coffee because I would love that right now. Also feel like there's one other thing I was gonna do, but I can't think of what it was. And you know what? I'm just gonna use this last little bit of drinking water. Love and Dandy's World. Amazing, thank you. Be a little bit more. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna just microwave this for a minute or so. You guys, I just wanna eat all this lasagna. So much lasagna. I literally have that Seasons Chelsea jersey in my closet. Yeah, right, I know. I forget what the brand sponsor is for Chelsea these days, but I loved the look of this jersey. I just thought it was so pretty. Yeah. Major fave. Dandy. Win. You're welcome. Hi, Jasmine McGregor. Got my classic decaf. I hated the 3 sponsor. Yeah, I didn't like it either because in my head it was confusing me with their actual number, like their jersey number. I hated it too. I totally get that. Micah says, you're so lucky not to have relatives or family that passed. The pain never goes away. I know, I'm dreading it. It's like, once you've gone through something like that, it's just how are you as a person post loss like that? Not excited for that. I am a Chelsea fan, Tayo, yes. Abel says, for real, same. I even was kind of shocked. I remember that season whenever they had the 3 sponsor, and I was just like, how do they even allow this? Because I feel like it's distracting for, I don't know, for like the audience members, and then also like if the ref needs to like write someone's number down for a red card or a yellow card, they might just accidentally for some reason write 3. I mean, yeah, it's all recorded, but it seemed so disruptive given that players have specific numbers on their jersey. I just couldn't stand it, but I'm glad it's gone. Back to the Future is back. Amazing, welcome back. And oh my God, you guys, that is the timer for the lasagna. Let's get that out quickly. 1 sec. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Coffee time. Decaf coffee, don't worry. Classic decaf. All right, ooh, lasagna time. Now, tragically, I don't think I will have enough time to actually let it cool and then cut into it, but I will show you, what it looks like, because it's such a large dish that it does need a decent amount of time to actually cool before you can safely eat it. So let me grab that. Peekaboo ICU says George Ravens, was that a UK brand? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Rich, no. Both of your parents have passed. Oh, I just don't want to know what that feels like. Oh. Abel Hendrick says, I got the Ronaldo half black, half white with the pink. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I hated that at first, but it grew on me. Okay. All right, let's take this out. Be super careful. Oh my God, yay. Can't wait. Oh, this oven feels so nice. The heat coming from this oven, but I do need to shut it off. Okay, so So, very carefully, I will try and just get the foil off of this so you can see it. And when I peeked, I did see that the cheese, some of it did stick to the foil because I piled the lasagna so high. But I'm hoping you guys will still kind of get a sense. Yeah, so it's okay. I might just grab a knife though really quick to kind of just, yeah, some of the cheese stuck, but overall, I think it looks pretty good. And I will cover it again. I think I will say, I think I put a little bit too much of the spinach on here because it's just so high, but I do think it looks really good. So there's your look at the lasagna. Do you see, like, look at my shirt and you can probably see some steam coming off of this, but yeah. There you go. There is the lasagna. It's, you guys, my arms are like dying because this is so heavy. I would guess it's like 20 to 30 pounds of lasagna right here. Ooh. So, obviously it's super, super hot and it's pretty liquid too, so I can't just go in with a knife or else it would all just like fall apart. But what I am gonna do is just, I would say like maybe lightly cover this. I'm debating. Yeah. Maybe get the cheese bits off of here that's stuck. Or maybe not. Maybe just let it sit out for a little bit so it can cool. Dig in. I know. The thing is, it's just you can't cut into it when it's this hot. It's just so like, it hasn't settled yet. And it just would go like, shoom. Hey, what Lil Wayne say? Real G's move in silence like a lasagna. That's so funny. She's now using the clear coat. Ooh. Yes, Derek Ingraham. I wrote it down to do a nail tutorial because people have asked me what nail polish I use, and it's not like a tinted nail polish. It's just a clear nail strengthener polish. Glad to hear it. Long weekend, Zanya. Yes, Rich, that's exactly what this is. All right, what was that, a UK brand? Oh, that was the number 3 thing. Juventus joint, so excited, says Mr. Odd Dang. I'm kind of wanting to keep this covered, even just for kind of like, you know, keeping it free from tons of like germs floating around in the air. That looks tasty. I know. I think it does too. I'm just eating these little bits of cheese that like baked onto the aluminum foil. I think I'll get a new batch of aluminum foil. Oh, it's so tough when you're hungry and you're like looking at food, but you can't eat it quite yet. So I think just for the sake of maybe, you know, keeping it covered, what I could do is just put like a light sheet over it. Like this. And it doesn't have to be like super sealed or anything, but just kind of to keep it covered. Zlata says, hi bestie, that looks tasty, says Truth is Strange. I'm going for vacation tomorrow. Oh no, when you broke your leg. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Ouch. All right, well, someone was saying you should make a cup of coffee. I've got a cup of coffee right here. I'm gonna add a little milk to it. And then I think it's time for me to call it a night. because I do want to get some writing in tonight, but it's already 10:40 p.m. Also, I need to close this poll question. And poll. All right. It's okay now. Now it is something for me. Bye, Saeed. Thanks for joining. So trivia question number 2, guys, was guess which of these sports, the 4 sports I listed, I least enjoy watching. And drum roll. Oh man, Rich, 5:30 work for you. Ooh, get some sleep. So golf got 42%. It is not golf. I don't mind watching golf, but it's not the most exciting. Basketball, I don't enjoy, but there's actually one of these 4 I like less. So it's not basketball. 20% guessed NASCAR. NASCAR is like, the thing I like about NASCAR is like the speed and the different like colors of the cars. So it's actually not NASCAR, it is lacrosse. I have always despised lacrosse. I'm like, what is this sport? I have such strong feelings about a sport. I never played, I don't know all the rules to it, but it's just everything about it annoys me. So it's actually lacrosse. If 4 different people came to me and were like, okay, I've got tickets to go to this game, and it's a basketball game, it's a NASCAR event, of all, like if it was those 4 different options, the last one I would pick, it's like, oh, okay, I can't go to a NASCAR event, okay, then I'll go to the basketball one. Oh, okay, I can't go to the basketball one, then I guess I'll go to this one. The last on my list would be lacrosse. NASCAR was almost, but it was between lacrosse and NASCAR. Because, yeah, NASCAR, it's like, not the most entertaining. Tony, I made lasagna. Lacrosse, easy, nice, Kirby. Never the first answer, remember that. For those of you who are newer here, I always put it's like a dummy question, just as like a placeholder, basically. It's never the first option you see in the list. Zlata says, bye, Hannah. Tony saying hi to Kirby. That's okay, Zlata. See you later. Lacrosse is Canada's national sport? That is a crime. It should be hockey. That is some BS. It's hockey, right? LOL, go Canada. Bye, Zlata. Drive fast and turn left. Yes, exactly. Joe Selma is here, blah, blah, you're still here. Hi, So from Senegal. Indie Series is great. Yeah, I guess the, what is it, the Indy 500 is on Sunday? Or maybe it's tomorrow, I don't know. Yep, Kirby, it's always left. So proper and kind of cute, says JTS moves. Blah, blah says it is hockey. Nope. How is it lacrosse? Who decided it? What? Why? I need to look this up because it's making me so mad. Why is lacrosse Canada's national sport? Like, when did they decide this? The National Sports of Canada Act, which came into effect in 1994, declared lacrosse the national summer sport and hockey the national winter sport. Okay, so they have split it, but ugh, God, I cannot stand lacrosse. Just, I don't know, it's always bugged me. It was originally a Native American sport. I do remember learning that. NASCAR, non-athletic sport centered around... I have never heard that acronym. That is really funny. But I actually don't mind NASCAR. Native Canadian, excuse me. Sure, yeah. I mean, you could say to North America, so not just the United States, but you could say Native American in Canada because Canada is part of North America. All right. Reminder, guys, because I am going to get going and hopefully eventually dig into some of this amazing lasagna, although, I mean, it's like the second I lift the foil, it's like boom onto my face, like very, very hot. I feel like I should set a timer. I'm gonna do some pop-up live streams tomorrow or this weekend. Like one of them will be tomorrow at some point, one of them will be on Sunday. The reason I'm calling them pop-ups is I don't actually know when I will be going live. It's kind of like just, I wanna let myself sleep in, enjoy the holiday weekend, actually get proper sleep. And then once I'm up and running and like, you know, dressed, cleaned up, whatever, then it's kind of like, okay, I guess I'll go live then. So stay tuned. It's kind of like a mystery start time, but I am going to be doing those this weekend. Let me put that in the chat. Micah says our 51st date. Shinty, it's like lacrosse but more brutal. Probably not. Talladega Nights is the only time I'll watch NASCAR. Nice. All right, we Team Canada over here, baby girl. Go ahead and take that USA flag down. Never. USA is the best. Reminder, let's see, reminder, I'll be doing some pop-up live streams this weekend. So turn your notifications on and stay tuned. Oh, you guys, my stomach is rumbling. Woo! I just want to eat so much of this lasagna. So it's kind of like, stay tuned, including myself, because I don't know exactly when I will be going live, but it will be happening. Oh, shoot, the cheese is sticking to the foil. Dang it. Whatever. All right. America says nobody. Mischievous Grievous said hi. Harold Fisher said hi. Oh, the leftovers for the weekend. America, thank you, Kirby. Floating heart. Love it. Oh, man. Love it, love it. Senegal says so. Sloviansky, Woj, hello. And we got, wow, lots of people who I think are not from the United States just coming in. Great to see you all here. I am gonna get going though because it is going on 11 p.m. for me. Not super late, but I do want to carve some time out so I can write. Just trying to be consistent, guys. It's the name of the game with anything. Hannah, enjoy the rest of your evening. You too, Back to the Future, and thank you so much. I know there were some trolls and weirdos, as there often are, so thank you very much for just axing those so I could actually get to the real comments. And we got lots of other people. Canada says Kirby. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna get going because it's been a long night on this live stream, but I will see some of you this weekend, tomorrow morning, don't know when, and Sunday morning, probably after 10 a.m. And yeah, we'll reconvene very soon tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone.